Well, you guys are fucking morons.
Dude,
so.
no, I'm not.
Yeah,
the
you
logo
are.
doesn't change colors.
Dude,
I saw him at the gym training on the sit-down fucking bike.
Stop.
You fucking loser.
I did hitting 100 wedge shots in a sim.
You go to jail for public indecency, right? Got your 2-inch knuckle fucking around.
Yeah,
You're fucking funny, dude.
Hold on. Then you have to go throw up.
Oh, God, here we go. Hold on. No fucking way is this happening.
boy.
Welcome to the Rather Be Golfing podcast. Not just a golf podcast, just four guys who'd rather be golfing. Carry on.
I feel a genuine, not pity, but sadness for you that you weren't able to watch live.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't an ideal situation.
You could watch on your phone.
No, I mean,
How do you not watch the fucking Masters, bro?
dude, I know. Trust me, I know. It was rough.
You should
Not-
have. I would
Not
have.
a great.
You could have faked an illness.
I could have faked an illness.
I would've
could
ran to the
said
bathroom.
I have to
Spill
use the
my-
toilet and never come back for the next 2.5 hours. Yeah. So the best I could do was, keep refreshing my phone, and that's not really great.
That's not a way of watching it.
But obviously Rory was, several strokes ahead at one point. I'm like, oh, he's walking away with this thing. And then I'm refreshing and it's getting closer and closer. He's dropping strokes. At one point, wasn't he down? Was he?
No, he
He
was
was not
even.
never down.
Well,
He was
he was-
top.
No,
yeah,
he
tied
was.
with
He
him.
was down after 2.
yeah, he was. But later on,
Later on, he
He was-
never. He was
he was
tied.
giving
Was
up
a
the lead,
three,
yeah.
a three-way tie or a four-way tie?
It was
Three-way tie.
3-way at one point with over.
So by the time once they were through 14 and on 15, I made the executive decision that I was no longer going to check my phone, and I was just going to watch it later from that point on. So set up the DVR and didn't touch my phone. Went dark.
Went dark.
We drove home. I get into the house. I say, Laura, you gotta set up the TV. I went in the other room. I don't want to turn it on and find out that I'm watching something. I see what happens, and she set it up, and I watched it from 15 on. So it's pretty much I saw one of the first shots I saw was the one that he hit around the trees in 15.
Yeah,
so I missed that eagle putt.
That was one of the best shots I've ever
It
seen.
was a nail biter.
It was
from then on
insane.
out.
Especially at that moment, under that kind of pressure. My
Yeah.
God.
I'm shocked he
Ridiculous.
didn't lay up. I think everyone was shocked he didn't lay up. He laid up on 13.
Well, that's
And
because I think he had a lead at that point.
Yeah, he was playing it safe.
Yeah.
If you look at his shot, that was kind of the time to play safe.
Well, the
You're
leaderboard
behind.
changed so much.
Yep.
You're behind
Yeah.
a tree. You
Yeah.
got to swing it over water, over 200 yards.
Well, I mean,
It is Rory
he
McIlroy,
did.
but
Yeah, he executed. I don't know. Maybe he felt that he already tried to play it safe once and it backfired, so he's just gonna play his game. I'd have to say I've watched a lot of hours of golf. That was probably the most entertaining 5 hours of golf I've ever watched.
100%.
100%.
Just the way the day unfolded.
Yeah.
It was wild. McIlroy started with a 2-shot lead over DeChambeau. He doubled the first hole. DeChambeau started, I think, par birdie. Then DeChambeau had a 1-shot lead. And he kind of fell apart a little bit.
Yeah, I feel like nobody wanted it. Well, other than Rose. Rose shot what? 6 under?
He shot a
7 under?
66.
66, yeah, so 6 under.
He was
He
the
had
only
10
one that
birdies,
actually
too.
played well on the last day. Everybody else was just, they double and then they scrounge up 2 birdies to go back to even, and then
Yeah, everybody else. Was there anybody who was better than even par? In the top
I don't
5?
I don't think so.
On the last round, you mean?
Oberg,
Yeah,
wa-
final round.
Oberg was.
The overall
Well,
fourth
and then
day.
he tripled the last hole, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should have cashed out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
That
Would you
was-
let it ride? So I had a $10 bet to win 400 if Oberg won.
If you won the tournament,
What? There was
You were like 5 back, I think you took him. He was like 5 or 6 back.
to start the day,
to
right?
start the day.
Yeah.
okay.
Took 'em. And
I think it was more than 5. Was he like 4 under to start the day, I think?
5 under, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
so
it was 5
maybe-
back.
I guess it was 5.
So
Yeah, because Rose was minus 5 too.
there was 2 holes left. I could have cashed out for 120.
Yeah. I told him to do it, and he did.
And how far back was he after the 2 holes?
He was tied for the lead.
He was tied for the lead.
Tied for the lead, you can't cash
You
out.
got to let it ride. Yeah. Even in hindsight.
I mean, if I bet a lot,
It was how much? $10?
$10.
$10.
Yeah, I
like,
guess you gotta let it ride.
If I bet more
Didn't
often,
win 4.
then I would cash out. guarantee I had 12.
Yeah.
More than 12 times my money or whatever.
Yeah.
Now you let it go.
And if it was $100, I would have cashed out.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. $100 bet. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
I mean, isn't that why you do it for for the thrill of
For the thrill.
the
you
thrill
know?
of the sweat? Like,
Yeah.
why are you even going to bet if you're
Not
just
a
gonna,
business transaction. All right. I
You
took
know?
my money, blah, blah, blah. No.
Might as well not even place the bet.
You gotta feel, like you always say, you want to feel something.
just
wanna
You want to feel
something,
something.
yeah.
Sweat.
Feel it down on my plums.
And then he loses and you say, God damn it, why didn't I just cash it?
Yeah, no, they like,
$120.
"God dang it."
Yeah.
Shit.
But if
What
you
am I
cashed out, then he would have won, and you would have been like, "Why'd I cash out?"
Yeah.
I know.
Absolutely.
100%.
You know,
Yeah.
Yep. That's how it works. But Rory finally getting the monkey off his back.
it was crazy.
Career Grand Slam.
The amount of times that it was at least twice where he started off relinquishing the lead, which the way he played, I think it was was it the front nine or the back nine on Saturday that he just like lit it up?
Who, Rory?
Yeah, I think it was the front nine
The front nine played
Yeah.
easier than the back nine.
No,
First-
Rory lit up on Saturday. He was
on the front
5
nine.
over through like
Yeah,
5 holes.
But
Yeah.
then for some reason, the back nine played easier than the front nine on the final day. Even though those pin placements were insane.
those greens are they look so
Yeah.
tough. And they make it look, pretty easy. There are
Like
some
some
straight
of those
putts, there are some
deceiving,
short
yeah.
missed putts,
Yeah.
but
Some of those pin placements were tucked.
and it's like if you hit it, you have such a small proximity to land the ball. Otherwise, it just feeds off the
Yeah,
green in some of these
yeah.
spots. You know what I mean? But they also know sometimes it feeds towards the green. They just know exactly
Mm-hmm.
where to play their shots. And so often they hit them in the perfect spot. They know it's also, I think, on that course important to miss in the right spots.
Mm-hmm.
That's what Scheffler is so good at. I think, like, kind of managing at least a makeable shot or a
Mhm.
chance to get up and down. Sometimes if you miss on the short side,
Well, he plays super
Yeah,
conservative.
Is the risk worth the reward?
I guess that's why he never really, put himself into serious contention. He was there, but he never really. He was like struggling a little bit. I think he just couldn't get any putts to go. Really, the last 2 days, everything was hitting the edges for him, just burning the edges. The amount of putts I saw him lip out.
Mm-hmm.
If he makes, I must have seen a dozen putts slip out during the course of the tournament. If he makes half of those, we could be talking about him. It's that the margin of error is that small. Tee to green, he played pretty well, I think. And today, the RBC Heritage started, and he's among the leaders. So he's still, still Scotty
I'm not,
Scheffler.
yeah, I'm not saying he's fucking dropping off, but
No.
he's not.
He's still worthy enough to be world number one.
Yeah.
though.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not. I wouldn't say he's that. Far
Would you
off.
say that obviously right now he still owns the number one spot in the world rankings?
Yes.
But
Yeah,
would you say
100%.
that? Are you saying that perhaps right
He
now, in
shouldn't be?
terms of where their games are respectively, that Rory might be the best player in the world?
Right now, Rory's playing like the best player in the world.
I mean, I guess he's won the 2 biggest tournaments. of
He's
the
won
last
3
year.
times already.
Yeah.
Yeah, the players and
I mean, it's hard to beat Scotty's year last year. He had like one of the most epic years in golf. So it's gonna be tough for him to lose the number one spot. But if Rory keeps playing like Rory's playing, Rory's gonna take that number one spot 100%.
yeah, it was. I feel like there was at least 2 times during the round on Sunday where he separated himself from the field by 2 or 3 shots. Seemed like he had it locked up, and then either he would. They said he made how many doubles? 2 doubles
4 doubles overall
during the whole tournament,
Yeah.
but he made 2 on
the
Sunday.
last day? Yeah.
2 on Sunday, yeah.
Yeah, either he would make a double, or somebody else would, whether it was Oberg or Rose or
DeChambeau.
DeChambeau would make a flurry of birdies. DeChambeau didn't really,
No.
after the first few holes, he kind of
he fell off.
fell off a little bit, but something would happen that would, bring the field back together, and then he would have to separate himself again. And there were so many incredible shots, like the one around the tree that you were saying, the one that he hit through the tree, I think, or over the tree, that landed right next to the hole. He ended up missing both of those putts. But he hit so many, he made a lot of eagles, I feel like, during the week. Everyone's talking about the doubles, but he probably made at least 3 or 4 eagles. But it was just so many great shots from him, and then so many shots, like the one where he laid up and hit it in the water from 80 yards. He could hit that shot 100 times, and I feel like he wouldn't hit it outside of 12 feet once.
Yeah.
And it's just, I mean, I guess it goes to show you that
But if you look at Rory's game, like how often does he actually hit that shot?
he does. I mean, he does. Those shots are pretty 80 to 100 yards. Like those guys have that shot.
Not really,
a lot.
because like you said, Rory always goes for it on par 5, so it's not like
I guess, but think about every 400
He never
yard,
lays up.
he hits the ball a mile, but a lot of, medium length to long par 4s, he's going to have 100 yards in. I remember he had quite a few, full wedges, 100 yards, 110, 115 yards, 90 yards. And every time, all these guys, they'll hit it within 10 feet seemingly every time. And I think it kind of goes to show you like the gravity of the moment is even a guy who's been there so many times like him, it gets to you, especially this tournament in particular meant everything to him. Like it literally was.
I think every major in general, like he just wanted to win a major. It's been over 10 years.
10 years.
Yeah, it was 11 years. And obviously, this was the last one he needed to join the career Grand Slam.
I think it was just as long that Tiger Woods, that the run of Tiger Woods now winning a major. It was like the same time frame.
I think I heard that. Yeah, I think it was 2019, and the
Sounds
previous
about right.
one was like 08.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, and you could, I don't know. Obviously, he wanted the Grand Slam, he wanted the Masters, and just that magnifies the, the
Did you think he was going to blow it?
He did on 18.
He did a lot. He did a lot to blow
Someone
it.
blew it, yeah.
And he's
But like,
how about the 80-yard chip into the water?
That's what we were just talking about. Like that's, I can't believe he made that mistake.
Yeah.
If you're gonna play it safe, why not just? Maybe he was trying to, and his palms were sweaty, and the club face.
He's weak.
Kind of slipped or whatever.
palms are
But
heavy.
why not? If you're gonna play it safe, why not just hit it to the middle of the green? Why would you miss on the short side? And I'm sure he didn't do it on purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, I don't think he did.
I don't think
No.
he wasn't trying to just do that. Yeah,
But it was like a 20-something
that
yard
seems like a
miss.
mistake that you wouldn't expect him to make or anybody.
nerves.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
they're real.
100%.
And then
He had a lot of weight on those shoulders going down that stretch.
But even on the playoff, after Rose hit his
Oh,
second shot, I'm like, is Rory going to get inside that?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Justin Rose almost hit the pin on that too.
Dude, Rory stepped it up.
Like, imagine if Rose hit that putt. Do you think Rory makes his?
It's just think about it. His putter just wasn't the best, Rory. All his iron shots were probably the best I've ever seen. Other than the chip into the water. Other than that.
And then on 18, I think he just had to make par to win, right?
Yeah.
He was 100 yards away in the middle of the fairway, hit into the bunker, didn't get it up and down.
He had
And then
pretty much the same exact shot in
Yeah,
the
so
playoff.
it's like, is he going to do it again?
I mean,
but-
the chances he does that twice.
Well, but think about the pressure the second time has got to be even greater,
Yeah.
Obviously, he was affected by the pressure. I think those are shots where if he's hitting him on the range, he's not going to miss.
And actually Rose made that what was it, a 20-footer?
Yeah, on 18.
Yeah.
To go
Yep.
on 18.
Be a clubhouse leader.
So that mattered. That shot. It's nuts. You could just think back on all the little things.
I know. I kind of wanted Justin Rose to win at the end. Just because he had such a good round compared to Rory's. Like,
Yeah.
It's kind of disappointing Rory shot one over to win.
Mm-hmm. That's what a lot of people were saying.
But-
How like, oh, they weren't impressed by the win. And I'm just like, obviously they didn't watch They didn't.
It's
Watch
not that I wasn't impressed, but
his iron game was.
But Justin Rose is well deserving to win the Masters too.
Absolutely.
You know?
Yeah, he played very well 3 of the 4 days.
Mhm.
He was, what did he shoot, like 75 or something on Saturday?
Yeah, he had a rough Saturday.
He was the leader both after Thursday and Friday. Shot 7 under on Thursday. I think he was 1 under on Friday. But I was watching him actually on Friday, and a lot of putts just didn't fall. But he was just. It seemed like every single shot he was just executing perfectly. Like he was always there. He was playing so
he
well.
shot 75 on Saturday.
And then yesterday, obviously, he had the round of the day. So he was fully deserving.
Yeah. Second time he's lost.
And he kept on coming
Right,
back
right.
too. Like he would bogey some holes. It's like, just birdie it right back. 10 birdies.
I wasn't really sure who I wanted to win, to be honest. then seeing Rory, like all the emotion just pour out of him on the green, like, you know, it's say what you want. So, you know, I feel like he's kind of a polarizing figure. Some people love him, some people, you know, don't care for him, but you could tell he really wanted it, and that was it was nice to see. As nauseating as that round was a lot of the time, and I think it would have been sick if he lost the same way that he lost the U.S. Open. And this was even more important to him, but you see how that affected him, missing that short putt and losing that to DeChambeau. I don't know. It would have been very difficult to watch him walk off the 18th green without the jacket.
Actually, I heard a little bit of a story where I guess he was talking about what did your caddy say to you after you missed that shot on 18. He kind of brought him back down to earth. He was like, hey, you know, before Thursday, we would kill to be in a playoff on Sunday. And he goes, you're right. He goes, Rory said this. He goes, it actually kind of brought me back down to where I needed to be. And I was ready to go.
That's a good caddy.
I thought that was pretty, and
it's his childhood friend.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I think they were the best man in each other's weddings,
Yes.
as I said.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, in the moment, it's still hard to, you know, just be present and think of it that way when you realize how it seemed like it was locked up maybe an hour before.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he was able to grab his nuts and, you know, do what he had to do in the playoff. And that must have been kind of, I mean, these guys play against each other all the time. So this happens, you know, pretty much on a tournament by tournament basis. But those guys have so much history together as Ryder Cup teammates. I assume that I don't know how close, but I assume they're friends.
Yeah, they're definitely pretty close.
Yeah.
Some regards. So.
But Justin Rose being the last player to be in a playoff for the Masters too.
Oh, yeah.
Like
Yeah,
Oh,
that's rough.
that's brutal.
Yeah. Against Sergio. You know, once they put that stat up, that was the kiss of death.
And he's getting to that age too, where like, how many more chances is he gonna have?
Yeah, I like that. That's the right word, chances. 'Cause I
Yeah.
think he's going to be playing a while in there,
But
but
like,
I don't know. He's
Yeah.
still, I mean,
how old is he?
he's 46, I think.
Is he 40? Wow.
He's been around for a while, but
Is that old?
still hits the ball plenty long, you know?
It's up there.
I can't believe that Rory, has he always hit it this far?
44.
Not when he was younger. When he was younger, he was a twig.
Yeah, I mean, I guess
Still
he's
on the
beefed up, but still, he's only 5'9". He's hitting the ball fucking 370
Well,
yards.
when you have the perfect
He's a
swing,
professional golfer.
I know, but he hits it
Yeah.
100 yards past, not 100 yards, but,
Oh,
you know, he's leading the field in driving distance,
Yeah.
and he's probably one of the smaller guys.
you hit on the screws every time.
Yeah,
For the
but
most part.
all these guys are.
how about Freddie Couples shooting 71 day one?
yeah, I thought he was gonna make the cut.
Was he 67?
Bernard Langer too. I thought he was gonna make the cut.
Didn't couples
They missed
hold
it by
out with
one
a-
hole-
with a
one
three
shot.
wood or
Doesn't matter, man.
hybrid? Or
Yeah,
Yeah, he
something
did.
like that.
Yeah, he plays with like 5 woods in
Yeah.
his bag.
Yeah, I think his highest iron is like a 6 iron.
5.
Oh, is it a 5?
He won the Masters twice, I think. Couples.
Yeah, I think so.
His swing is timeless. It's just so smooth.
Mm-hmm.
It's poetry in motion. It was nice to see Homa find, you know, his game. He hasn't played well at all, pretty
No.
much for it seems like close to a year. I think he had missed, I don't know, 6 or 7 out of the last 10 cuts or something crazy. He was not doing well. His caddy jumped ship, switched to Justin Thomas's bag. Joe something. I
That didn't help.
don't know his last name. It's escaping me, but it's the guy with the beard. I don't know. If you see them together, it seems like they're just, you know, package deal almost. All the times that you watch Homa has competed over the years in tournaments, he's always there giving him advice. And then to see him on Thomas's bag was kind of weird, but I think maybe that inspired Homa a little bit to, you know, give him a little bit of extra incentive to perform.
Maybe. I know. I think Homa missed 5 cuts this year, and he's only missed 4 last year.
Yeah, he
it's-
definitely has been playing.
It's
well,
not a good
so
start.
Rough time.
I think he finished at
He
like
just had a baby,
minus
right?
5 or minus 4, minus 5 or something.
Not like
He-
beginning of the year
I
or
think,
end of last
Yeah, I
year.
think
it
so.
was last year. Unless he had another one.
What about Dunlap?
Yeah,
He shot
I give him a
that
lot of
stuff
credit
was
for coming
nuts.
back. You know, how many people
How
would
many
have
people-
withdrawn from that?
Dude, a lot.
Yeah,
a lot
but
of people would have.
I
A
think
lot of people. would have
most
withdrawn.
people probably would have. But is this his first Masters? I think.
No, he played last year, right? He won early in the season last year.
Yeah, the American Express. So
He probably got an invite.
Mm-hmm.
still at this stage of his career, it's probably still kind of a big deal for him to even play Augusta. He probably still gets excited about just
Yeah,
I get it, but that's just
after you shoot 90.
and you don't even 3-putt,
Pretty
which is
much.
wild.
that was wild.
Yeah,
Like
I didn't know that. That's wild.
yeah,
To not even 3-putt on Augusta's greens
yeah.
and shoot a 90. God dang.
But then he shot 19 strokes better the next day, which
And I heard he got a
impressive.
lot of like pats on the back. So let's just put it this way from other players.
Yeah, I heard like Billy
Yeah, they
Horschel.
were texting him and talking to him.
I mean, he's won on tour. Like,
Yeah, he's
He did it
three,
for pride.
3 wins, I think.
Yeah.
3 win. I thought it was just the one.
No, I think at least 2. He might have 3 though.
Really? I know he was the first
Yeah.
amateur to win on
didn't
tour.
that-
in a long
Didn't
time.
he? I could be totally wrong. I think didn't he beat Wyndham Clark in the one?
I don't know. I just know that he won the American Express last year as an amateur. He was the first amateur to win on tour, and I think that
Could be wrong.
is a pretty strong field event. I'm not sure who he beat in that though. I'm not sure if he has another tour victory.
Pretty sure he does.
He's only been a professional for a little over a year. I'm pretty sure, unless that was
2 career wins.
what was the other one?
I gotta look it up.
That's pretty impressive. So it's not like he's just some schmuck who went out there and shot 90.
He won
and
the
embarrassed
Barracuda.
himself. Oh, so is that must
I mean, it's not a big one, but
still.
Did he ever come in second, Josh? What does it say?
mm,
No.
well, he's 5 top 10 finishes,
I feel like he's hit or miss. He's either
3 top 5 finishes.
playing really well
So-
or not playing well.
Hey, you know what? How old is he? He's young, fairly young, right?
Yeah, he just.
He's only been on tour for what?
He's
He won
21.
the American Express.
He just turned professional
Year or
last
two?
year.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, dude, when you're playing that caliber course and the stakes, the nerves tend to creep up on you.
So what did you think was going to happen heading into Sunday? Did you think Rory was going to win? Did you think he was going to blow it?
I was
Think
pretty
it was-
confident.
I thought he was going to win.
I didn't think DeChambeau was going to win. I feel like after that match too, where Rory spanked him in the beginning of the season,
Mm-hmm.
it was kind of a
I had
mind
Rory.
fuck for Bryson.
I had Rory from day one because I picked him in the pool. So I was
Which
invested.
pool?
The pool that you guys didn't want to join.
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
God, I thought you were DraftKings.
No. The 5 major.
Gotcha.
Well, 4
Yeah,
majors
I
and the
gotcha.
players. Yeah, we picked Rory finally, and he finally didn't miss a cut. I think we picked Rory. I don't know, in whatever major we picked him in, and he's missed a cut in every single one that, like, for the last 4 years that we've been in it. And it's like, should we just not
Not
pick
great.
Rory?
Yeah.
The mush.
And finally, we picked him, and he won. So hey,
I mean, it was funny too because I missed the first hole and I turned it on. I'm like, what the
Yeah.
fuck just happened?
I think a lot of people did
Yeah.
because for some reason they didn't air.
Well, they don't. You have to go to cable.
Well, I know. Well, it didn't like switch over, but I didn't see the first couple holes that they were playing, so I didn't know what happened. I think a lot of people are in that boat
Yeah.
where they were like, "What the heck did Rory do to drop 2 already?"
I know. That's like one big thing golf is annoying
Yeah, I
with.
know.
Like, you
It's-
got to start on
so many different
ESPN.
Dude,
channels or apps.
even today,
streaming.
the Heritage, there's 4:
Yeah.
CBS,
Crazy.
the Golf Channel, ESPN, and Paramount Plus. It's like, come on, like at least
much.
at least one streaming service or whatever should have their day and do it from that.
I know.
Yeah.
Like-
The way they work it out, like ESPN Plus is always like the early round. and
Yeah.
When it goes to cable, like 3:00.
Yeah,
Then you
yeah.
can watch it.
Golf Channel is usually late.
Yeah.
But it's like if you don't know that, you're just
Yeah.
All right, nope, not there.
Where is it?
Nope, not
Yep.
there.
I know.
I will say the Masters.com coverage. I don't know if they did it on the weekend, but I was following on Thursday and Friday. For free coverage, it's like incredible. You could literally watch any hole you want at any
Did you download the Masters app?
Oh, it's
When
free?
you're at your mother-in-law's.
Yeah, it's free.
No.
Oh, they have
That's
it.
what you should have did.
Is that what you?
Well,
Is that
yeah,
what
but
you're talking
I
about?
wasn't going to be
The
able to sit there and
Masters
just
app,
watch it.
though,
It's the website.
dude. It's awesome because you
You
can
can
see
literally
every
watch
shot that
yeah.
they have
You can watch any hole at any time
for like a
pretty
clip,
much.
and then
Oh,
just put it down. Watch
yeah.
it.
It's
That would have been.
it's amazing.
Next year.
yeah,
I
that
mean,
would've
do you think Laura would have like divorced you?
No. But
I would have just went home. Sorry.
Couldn't really do that.
I get it.
Just sleep on the couch a couple nights. You're good.
She'll forget about
Not doing that.
it. Hey, it worked out though.
Worked out. I saw the ending.
Not
I
really.
saw what mattered.
You missed 2 hours. Like, would you
I
say?
did. No, I know.
2 hours is
He
the best
was-
golf you've ever seen.
5 hours.
5 hours.
I mean, it
Oh, the
started
whole
at
day,
2.
sure.
The leaders teed off at 2:30, and it
Yeah,
ended up
me and
like
Josh
after
watched
7.
it together, and
7:30,
I
I
didn't get up
think.
to go to the bathroom. So,
No.
like, I
Feed
couldn't.
yourself?
I almost did. Like, I didn't want to miss
Dipey.
anything.
When you have the mental strength, what do you call it? Mental toughness.
Mental toughness, bro.
Mental
you could
toughness.
just-
The mental
You
fortitude.
could just make it,
His body
just force it to dissolve.
reuses.
into it.
Yes.
Cope. Not everybody has it.
He just sweats it
Absorbs
out.
You're
the
born with
urine as
Yeah.
as energy.
Takes it off.
Wow. That's what that smell was.
Yeah.
Born with
Just seeping through your pores.
Mhm.
It was the energy.
Ugh.
I will say, even though he kind of sort of blew it on Sunday, I'm pretty impressed with DeChambeau. How
Yeah.
the guy goes to live where he's obviously playing less golf. Now he's focused on YouTube. It seems like a lot of the times he's focused on his YouTube channel more than he is on competitive golf. Whether it's these, the Masters, US Open, these tournaments. He's obviously not playing in the PGA events, but the live golf tournaments, and he's every major. It seems like he won the US Open last year. He was the leader at last year's Masters, either after Friday or Saturday. He put himself in the conversation to win this week. Like the toughest fields on the biggest stages, he's always there.
But that
And
guy's always working, so it's.
But it's
Are you really that shocked about it? Like,
no, well, the
that
thing
guy's
is,
obsessed with golf.
Mhm.
well, he's got so many. His focus is being diverted in so many different
Yeah,
directions.
but it's still on golf.
It's golf,
right.
though.
But
Yeah.
I don't know.
And like when you're really, he has a whole team doing everything, so he's just focused on golf.
That's true. I guess
It's not like he's making his own videos.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, it's still golf, just under a different.
but he's not like winning every single tournament on live.
True.
Mm-hmm. Again, live is a different style.
It is, but it's still.
He's
stroke
still
play.
grinding out there playing golf
Yeah.
all the time, bro. So you're not surprised that he's
Yeah, he's always working on his
right
game.
there.
Yeah,
I don't know. They all are though.
Okay, yeah.
I would
One of the
think
better
that
golfers, so I'm not surprised he's
I
at the
would-
top of the leaderboard.
Obviously, I'm wrong, but I would think that
So wait,
I don't think
having
he's
to
let it take
focus
a back
on-
seat. Like
Yeah.
I don't think he's given his game a back seat like some of these other guys that went to live. They're just like, whatever. I'm collecting
just because
my
he's
check.
not playing in every tournament every weekend.
he's doing the break 50, with whatever celebrities or other golfers or Donald Trump or he's doing Bob Does Sports, this and that. Like I feel like that stuff. It's a different skill set and a different area.
It might
of
be
focus,
one
but
day a week that he does that kind of stuff, and then
Yeah.
the rest of the week he's practicing. He still has all the time in the world to practice and play golf.
maybe I'm easily impressed. I don't
think
know.
it might be.
I'm impressed.
Yeah.
I'm impressed by him.
I mean, he's not married, doesn't have a kid.
Yeah,
That's all he focuses on, golf. 100%.
Well, that's-
All day, every
most of
day.
These
Like,
guys, they take it seriously. It's their job.
yeah, I know, but like when you have nothing else besides golf,
Are you calling him a loner?
kind of.
And a
yeah.
loser?
He said it himself.
Dare I
He
say
said-
a
he says
loser?
he
I'm
does
like-
have a lot of time.
Yeah.
Who knows if he's even
I
dating?
mean, does he travel? He doesn't really travel, right? Other than for like the live stuff.
I don't know. I don't
I'm sure he travels
know
around.
what I know.
Seem to know a lot about him. I mean,
I'm just making my own inference. I don't know. I feel like he's not really mentioned in the conversation of best players in the world and
Because
then he shows up at the
because he
biggest
left
tournaments and
PGA. None of it. None of
he
them
always
are.
competes.
I think he's definitely mentioned.
for sure, yeah.
Mm.
He's one of the top guys that people talk.
No?
No.
I mean, top 5 golfers in the world. Who do you
I
think?
feel like his
Scotty,
reputation has
Rory,
now become more
I
of
would
a
say
YouTube
Bryson.
golfer. Not I mean that's a stretch, but
Well, I think it's part of like a mission to like get people to like you. So he's like all these guys that went to live all of a sudden got hated. I think
Yeah.
a lot of them aren't liking that. Like he's even mentioned not re-upping with them, for whatever reason, maybe saying, "Oh, there's not enough money." He wants more money, but it could all be an excuse to come back to PGA and have the public embrace you again. So YouTube channel.
I think the public is already embracing him because
Yeah,
of
they
YouTube.
are. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You
That's
get to see
part
his
of it. Yeah.
personality.
Yes.
Yeah.
Your opinion.
People
who-
used to not like him. Like,
Mhm.
Yeah.
you know,
Oh yeah.
for sure that the public opinion has definitely turned around on him 180.
Mm-hmm.
Your opinion, who are the best 5 golfers in the world?
Well, currently, you mean
Who are you asking? All of us?
currently playing today.
Today.
Yeah, not who were the best 5.
Yeah.
I would say the top 3 are definitely Scheffler, McIlroy, DeChambeau. I'm going to say Xander Schauffele, I guess, even though he hasn't really done a ton this season. After those 3, I think there's kind of a big
Oberg?
drop off because Rahm went to live and he sucks
He's
now.
disappeared,
Oberg,
kinda.
yeah,
Yeah,
sure,
Oberg's
Oberg.
there.
What?
No, I know. Rom's kind of
Oberg
just
over
gone.
Morikawa?
I think he is.
'Cause he hasn't really won much, actually, either.
I think I would put Oberg 4 and then 5. It's kind of an open discussion. You could.
Oberg over Schauffele?
I would say.
I would say Oberg over Schauffele.
I would
right
say.
now.
Really?
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Did you see Xander's year last year? Like, he had a couple of bad rounds this year, but
That's last year. I mean,
it's not that
it
far
depends.
off.
No, it's not. I don't know. I think the top 3 are pretty firmly established in my mind, anyway. And then after that, you could go a lot of different directions for the last 2 spots. I think it would have to be some combination of.
I mean, that is the top 5 anyway.
Is
it? Yeah.
Schauffele.
Top 5 is,
So I was-
is Scotty Scheffler, Rory, Xander, Colin Morikawa, Oberg.
I would say Oberg 4, and then.
Oh, well, no, DeChambeau. Well, obviously DeChambeau can't be in,
Yeah.
in the mix. But
I
outside
would
of that,
say Oberg 4.
I would say
and then
Oberg
5th.
over Schauffele and Morikawa.
I just brought that up because you were saying that DeChambeau wasn't in the conversation very often for being one of the top players in the world. Or the
He's-
top player in
But
the
think
world.
about it. Well, I guess it depends on who's talking about it. Is it overall non-live haters talking about it? Like, are you considering everybody, or are you talking about maybe a PGA analyst going, "We're not counting them, and these are my 5."
Well, people in general, I think.
I don't know, man.
I'm not even.
Remember 2
talking
years
about it
ago,
from a live versus PGA.
we were counting all the live guys out too.
I know, but I think
Yeah.
that narrative has kind of shifted. I don't think people really care as much about that.
I agree.
Yeah.
I think they just want to watch good golf. That's what it comes down to.
Well, every major they perform.
they still let them.
Wh- Yeah, which I think that they did a solid on that. They did the right thing with that.
Well, that's
Both
about,
sides.
that's about rankings, TV ratings, and all that kind of stuff. Let the best players
Yeah,
show up.
but when you're watching the Masters or the U.S. Open, and I think they're considering about the Ryder Cup now too, letting them back in. It's like the best 4 days. Rip
Yeah.
said it himself. Best
Can-
5 hours. he's seen.
They can be live guys can be chosen
Yeah.
for
Captains.
Yeah,
captains,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, but it's like getting blackballed from the NFL, MLB or
I
NFL.
don't- I like I said, I think that narrative has kind of shifted.
They're allowed to play, but no one.
I don't think it's as
Cut and dry.
frowned upon or whatever.
No, in the beginning, everybody was angry, and over
Things-
time,
things have
Yeah.
it's like everything
changed,
else. People care less, get less angry.
I think-
Especially now that live isn't really a threat anymore.
I think time
No.
is what healed that problem.
Yeah, in the beginning, it was like, oh
Yeah.
man, are they going to steal this guy? Are they going to
Yeah.
steal that guy? And that kind of
Yeah.
that who's signing with Liv?
Yeah.
Anymore? That's like a big.
There was a couple
Oh,
late
God.
bloomers, like Rom went really late.
Yeah, but the big names are
Yeah,
Have
I think,
either gone
I
or
think
they're
that's
staying.
all
Yeah.
gone. Yeah, you would have chose 2
camps
years ago if
are
you were
set
going over
at
there.
this point. Yeah,
And I feel like the PGA is just exploding right now. Like ratings, like the ratings for this Masters got to be insane.
Also, but think about it.
Sunday,
Think about it. All these young kids now that you're seeing are flourishing now with this, with all those guys out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
that's why we had a bunch of different winners
Mhm.
in the beginning of the season.
I mean, you
Besides
may
Rory.
not know who they are now, but like, look at Batia. Did you know who Batia was last year? No,
It's a good-
you didn't. And I like watching the kid.
Wow.
Thigala.
Minwoo.
Thigala you talked about a little bit, but he wasn't like
Well, he had a big waste management. What was that 2 years ago?
2 years ago. Yeah, okay.
Even Oberg.
Yeah,
Well,
Oberg
yeah.
too. Yeah, all these young guys. It's a new game now. Like,
I feel like Oberg just came out of nowhere last year.
so in a way, did it help the PGA
I mean, he
for future?
pretty much got out of college and he was on the Ryder Cup team within like a few months.
Yeah,
But I think the writing was kind of on the wall with him. Everybody knew that he was going to be an elite golfer. How many times has he won?
Who? To go?
Twice.
Oberg?
Yeah,
I think twice.
he's only going to get better.
He's coming second a lot too.
He doesn't seem like, for a young kid, nothing seems to rattle his emotions, or, he's always, you wouldn't know if he dropped 4 shots in the last few holes, or if he picked up 3 shots, or, if you can't even really tell how he's playing or what's going on based on his demeanor.
Mhm.
He's just pretty much always even keel.
Tiger face.
It's hard to, that's hard to, it's hard to do, especially for somebody who hasn't been around forever.
Rory had
Well,
that.
he felt it on 18.
Rory had that face going.
What did he lose? Like $600,000.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Mm.
And he lost me money. Piece of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I think he was in the fairway bunker. That was a shot he might not have tried to pull off, but he knew that, to give himself a chance to win, he had to.
Yeah.
He wasn't playing for third. A lot of guys might have hit the safe shot.
I mean, how
and-
far was that shot? Yeah.
It was pretty far. I don't
Yeah.
know. 18 at Augusta is pretty long,
The
so
lip was too high up.
Yeah.
it had to have been like 180 or something at least.
Because that bunker is like 300 yards out. So
Yeah,
What club? Do you remember what club he hit?
I don't remember. But he,
'Cause
it was probably a low
I
iron.
think he hit it solid. He just
in the,
he couldn't get
Just
enough
didn't
love.
get up.
the
Yeah.
bunker was like 10 feet high. There's
And
no way.
then after that, it kind of unraveled
Yeah.
once he
And-
got close to the green. But
He lost it on 17.
Well, at that point,
what happened on 17?
He
he was like
bogeyed.
3 back, wasn't he? At that point,
No, he was tied for the lead on
Go-
17.
oh,
Then
on
he
17.
bogeyed 17.
yeah.
So, I guess with that, I kind of have I don't even know what to call this. A question for you guys.
Okay.
I'm gonna say the name of a golfer. We'll start with somebody who's won a major. You tell me if you think they're gonna win another major. If so, how many?
Ooh,
McIlroy.
Yes.
yeah, that's a yes.
He didn't win one for 11 years. Do you think this is gonna kind of bring him back to old form, and he's gonna start contending
little
week
more
in, week
loose.
out?
I say he wins another one.
He definitely wins.
You think so?
Oh, you, think
he's gonna
this
win
year?
Another one
you're
this
saying?
year?
Yes.
Yeah. Wow.
Wow.
If you got to put a number on it, how many do you think he'll win the rest of his career?
I say 3 more.
I think that's good.
So easy. Yeah, that's a fair number.
All right. Shoffley.
Ooh,
Yes.
For a while, he was the best to
never win.
never win major, and then
Yeah.
he won
2.
Was it 2 in a row?
Yep.
I know 2. It was
I think it was-
PGA and the Open Championship last year.
Mhm.
Yes, but I think maybe 2.
Yeah, I wouldn't go that high. 2 is right.
What would you set the over under at 1.5?
Sure.
Perfect.
All right. Recency bias aside, John Rahm.
0.
Think about how
No.
elite he was 2 years ago.
He played
Yeah.
so bad.
He's got that golf in him, though.
He does.
I just,
But a lot of guys did have it in them, and then it just disappeared.
They've never returned to old form.
again, he's not
Spieth,
DeChambeau.
Right? I mean, Rory. Look at Rory. It was 11 years. I don't know if Rahm wins another one. How old is Rahm?
He's still pretty young.
Yeah,
I think he's younger than 30.
Well, how many years does he have
Is he?
left on live? Just chilling.
I mean, he went late,
It's probably
so it's
4 or 5 year
probably-
deal.
Yeah,
Rahm
I'd
looks
say
like he's
it's-
fucking 40.
I don't know.
Scheffler looks like he's 40. He's 30.
I'm gonna go none.
John Rahm's only 30?
Mhm.
Holy cow.
You say what? No.
I'm gonna say none.
None.
I think.
I think he
he's
could
kind of
pull
a
it.
wild
My answer will change if he comes back to PGA.
He
My
could,
answer will change if he wins one.
Yeah.
I
No,
my
if he comes-
answer
I never
will
said that.
change if he comes back to the PGA,
which I think he will.
a
I
lot
think
more.
Liv is going to die out eventually.
So I'll make that
Okay.
decision. when
So I think
back.
he does win one.
I don't think so.
Because he's so young, like 30. The only thing with him, like, he's such a head case, so it could just kill his game.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like-
I think he's like the biggest question mark. He was just so good, you know. I don't know.
And the only thing, too, with the way his swing is, can he do that long term? Because it's so short.
Yeah,
I don't
What do you
think that
mean?
the compactness
I mean,
of his swing is gonna.
yeah. I don't think his short.
I would
swing has
think if anything that would.
He's in live until 2028, so
That's a long time.
that's a while.
I would think, if anything, that his swing would maybe be good for the sake of longevity than, a guy with like Batia, who there's like a lot of side action.
bend?
Yeah. And he's a small frame guy. Like Rahm kind of has like it's different, but Finau, like, he doesn't go back too far. I feel like there's not a lot of wasted movement. I would think that something like that would be more sustainable.
Yeah.
I could be wrong. I don't know. But
It's just all hips. So like you get older, your hips kind of start going. But
do you think DeChambeau has some serious concerns about maybe his long-term health?
I don't think so.
How hard he swings?
No, because
He's calmed it down. And he's kind of learned from long drivers like how to take the pressure off your knees when you're swinging a club like that.
True.
Because you ever see a long drivers, like they bring their left leg out like way far, so there's not a lot of pressure on your front knee.
I actually have a story with a long driver from my work trip. When we get to that.
All right.
Yeah. Justin Tucker.
Zero.
best of all time.
Justin Tucker might go to jail.
Is he
Who
go-
knows?
Is that still investigation?
I
still
think
on?
that's
Is that a
still
hot take?
under-
I don't think it's very-
No, it's not
I
jail.
don't think it's very
civil.
legit.
It's civil. No, he's not going to jail. Justin Thomas.
Justin
Yes,
Thomas.
that's 100%.
Course record today.
Justin Thomas.
How many?
61,
is going to win?
yes.
Definitely
I'm gonna say
two
three.
more majors.
He shot 10 under 61
more.
today, and he missed a 5-foot putt on 18, and he had a bogey on the card. You say two more?
Two more.
I say
Two
3.
more.
You say three.
Wow, very high praise.
Brooks Koepka.
0.
Yeah, I don't think he is. I think he's done.
Even though he likes Bethpage.
Spieth.
Yeah, but it's right.
What does that have to?
Oh yeah, that's the rider.
Page. What?
Jesus. Read a book.
My bad.
When is anything coming back to Bethpage? Have they announced anything like that though? Any tournaments?
sure.
I mean,
Try to have
'cause
a rotation.
last
I don't
one
know. I
was
haven't-
19,
I
right?
haven't heard anything.
The Ryder Cup.
Well, besides that,
I don't
I'm
think
saying,
that there's
so
anything
that's
else,
probably going
to
to
be
mix it up anyway. Since the Ryder Cup was there, they're probably not going to play any
Yeah.
kind of major.
And they're
there
playing
anytime
Shinnecock.
soon. They're-
Yeah, I don't
been
think
around here a lot.
anything is announced there beyond the Ryder
yeah,
Cup.
probably not. No.
We got to go to that Shinnecock
No, we have to go to the Ryder Cup.
How can we get on?
for $2,000 a ticket.
I don't know.
Go fund me right here.
Yeah.
If you want to see Rather Be Golfing at the Ryder
Shinnecock
Cup.
will be like
Maybe-
$400 a ticket.
You know what?
What?
Hey, how old are you?
Me, 38.
All right, you're right at the cusp. I heard this thing.
Senior tour?
I heard this thing on the radio. You may have to edit this out. But on my way here, a side hustle, if you will.
Oh boy.
It was on the radio. It was on the fan, and it said it was announced to men between the age of 18 and 38. If you're healthy, you may be eligible
He's discredited.
to make $2,400 a month
Oh god.
Doing.
doing. What do you think it is?
What do you think it is?
I don't know.
Seaman.
I don't know.
Sperm donor.
Ah. Oh.
How much?
$2,400 a month.
Is
Up
it that
to-
high?
Yeah,
Wow.
for a healthy 18 to 38-year-old male.
Well, define healthy.
They didn't elaborate.
I don't know. I don't know if you're going to pass.
This is a weird
I'm just saying, there's
segment.
easy ways to make money out
There is.
there.
I feel awkward.
You're talking about making money.
Would you ever do it?
Why?
No, that's
Spread your
No.
seed.
no.
Give your gift to the world.
Did you hear about all these doctors that just like,
Yeah, that's
I'm just going to use my own?
Yeah,
Oh, my God.
they're like, oh, we have the sample from the husband. Nah, I'm gonna use my own.
What? That's
Yeah,
Oh, dude,
many
there's like a
times.
handful of documentaries on Netflix about it. Like one of these guys got everybody in town impregnated with his semen instead of their
all,
husbands
all
or whatever.
these kids are running
So
around
now
screwing each
so
other.
they
Yeah.
seriously worry about it. They're like,
23andMe.
these
they
kids,
find out-
like the parents who
Holy
it happened
hell.
to, they're worried about who their kids are dating if they like never moved away or anything like that. They're like, this could be your cousin
Oh
or
my
your
God.
sibling somehow, whatever, half brother or sister.
I didn't even think
It's
about
bizarre. Yeah,
How the hell did that?
that was in
I
Indianapolis.
guess the 23andMe popped up.
Well,
Everybody
that's
was
pretty
related
much
to
what
each
happened.
Yeah,
And
just
then-
brings it back.
Yeah,
That's wild.
it's insane.
that. All right.
Crazy. Anyway,
Jordan Spieth.
Ugh.
Will he win another major?
I'd like
Too
to
many
see him
mud
win.
balls.
Yeah, Too many
Yeah.
mud balls. Don't talk about mud balls.
Too much
Was that
complaining.
real or was that AI when he said that?
No,
That
that
was
was
real.
real,
That was
and
real.
you're not allowed to talk about it.
Yeah.
Can't talk about it.
Augusta, you can't mention it.
Because nothing's
Bad about
flawed
that
with
place.
Augusta.
No way. Never. It's perfect.
What about the guy that took a piss in the creek?
Yeah, the amateur.
Yeah.
Wait, is it you that
He's
told
dead.
me?
I mean, I got some balls, but that's some
That's
was
balls.
it you that
balls,
told me
yeah.
after every tee shot on the par threes, they spray paint the divot greens for the TV?
I wouldn't doubt it. It's possible.
I thought that was,
I didn't tell you that.
and like they
They're
won't.
obsessed with the
They'll
appearance.
like they'll watch the shot, and then they won't go back to the tee until it's sprayed.
The place does look fucking beautiful.
I thought that was
Like, it looks
wild.
different than any other golf course. It doesn't even look real.
Oh, yeah.
I saw some pictures on
Manicured to perfection.
Reddit of somebody who was there for a practice round, and it was like, these pictures were not doctored or altered or
They
filtered
smuggled
or
a camera. Well,
they
actually,
were-
I think you're allowed to take a phone in
It was
during
for
the
the practice round,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
It was, I don't know, remarkable how beautiful it looked.
Did you tell me that you could only play there like a couple times a year? Somebody told me.
Oh,
that.
that wasn't me.
Who?
Couple times.
Like the actual
Like
pros?
the members.
Oh, really? Oh, I bet.
Like
I'm
it's only
sure.
open for a certain amount, I guess. Of time.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Is it AJ that said that?
They do keep
Maybe.
the concession fees nice and low, though, I believe, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
That's the whole thing. It's like
Yeah.
that, $3,000 to get in, but
it's like $3
the,
for a beer.
the soda's cheap.
Is
It's
it
like
that expensive?
$5 a beer.
Resale,
Hundreds
sure,
and
but if
hundreds
you
of
win
dollars.
the lottery,
You know what? You're right. If you win the lottery, I don't think it's.
I think
not bad.
I heard somewhere that they make like an obscene amount for merchandise and stuff.
Oh yeah, I feel like their merchandise is definitely higher than most.
'Cause I was trying to think,
tournaments.
like, if the concessions, everything is cheap. If the ticket lottery, the ticket sales in
Yeah,
the
'cause they're
primary
only-
market are not that expensive. Like,
Yeah.
where are they making all this fucking money
Well,
from?
TV,
Yeah.
Membership
TV.
fees too.
I don't think that goes towards.
TV, and merchandising, 100%.
It was like $1 million every 5 minutes or something
Yeah.
in March.
Wow.
Crazy. So that explains that.
Of course, everyone's going to buy something there too.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you can't go to Masters not buy merch.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I think that's where. Yeah, that's where.
Who was it that told me? I don't know if it was one of you guys. Maybe the guys I was talking about playing with over the weekend. Like even at the merchandise tent, like you're in and out. Like you gotta you can't be walking around waiting around for too much stuff. They're like, you gonna buy something or what? Come on, because
It's
they got a line of people waiting to get in.
efficient.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like $3 per beer or something. Like everything's like $1, $2.
Yep, the pimento cheese sandwich.
Yes,
Pimento.
I really wanted to try one of those till I found out that it had mayo.
Ugh.
Is it mayo?
Oh.
I think it's.
Probably like a layer. It was just like a thin to moisten it up a little bit. Cheese sandwich.
Yeah,
Jeez.
moist.
So did you guys answer Spieth?
Said no.
0. Too many mud balls.
I don't know. I feel like I'm just giving away majors to all these guys.
No, I mean, I'll say 1 because he's playing.
he
PGA.
could win one, but
Yeah.
it's been a long time for him too. How many years has it been?
I think 10.
Yeah,
A lot.
Dude, Speed
all
is
these
a
guys
great
came up and
scrambler.
He is not the same player that he was.
He's not.
No.
He finds himself
I
in
think
some
that
shitty
player is-
situations, and he always gets himself out of it somehow
If-
by chipping in.
Yep.
One of like long putt.
If you watch footage of him during his peak of his peak performance compared to now, I think that it doesn't even look like that golfer is dead.
Spieth.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like I could be wrong. It's not like I know him, but he seems like a guy that doesn't work crazy hard.
Mm.
I don't know. Maybe.
Again, I don't know him.
I think he.
Compared to like Justin Thomas, I mean, he gets a lot more video coverage on different things, but you never really see like anything about Jordan Spieth working. But he's not really an Instagram guy or
I don't really get that. I don't make that assumption about him.
I don't know.
I just think that he's, I don't know, a lot of thinking and a lot of changes to his swing, and like the way he rehearses his swing, and you could just see the wheels turning, and it wasn't always like that when he was on top of the game. Obviously, a lot has changed since then. He's still, still there. Like he still plays well enough to keep his card.
Yeah.
He could
Still
win
a good
any given
golfer.
week, basically, but he's not. He used to be
It's his
elite.
ranking.
He was when he
Well,
first came up. He
yeah.
was very good.
He dropped off, then he won the RBC Heritage a couple of years ago, so that probably gives you exemption for a couple of years. And
Is it just for the Masters? Is it just winning, or do you
He's
have to be
50th
the
in
top?
the world.
It's top 50, right?
For what?
So as long as he remains top 50 in the world, he's always going to be invited.
Well, he's won the Masters. He could play the Masters
Yeah.
for the rest of his life.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, you get
Forever.
lifetime exemption if you win.
That's right. That was his first or second one, right?
I think he's won the Masters and he's won the Open Championship. I don't forget which one he won first.
He's still only 31 too.
I just don't see it with him. I don't know.
Let's say DeChambeau.
Yes.
Does he win another one?
I would say-
Multiple.
Did we
I would
fit?
say
I thought we
yes.
said that. Oh no. Yeah, 2 more.
How old's Bryson?
I could see DeChambeau winning this year. One
He's
of them.
got to be younger than 30.
I mean, he won last year.
Yeah,
right?
I could
It's
see
not like-
him winning one this year, and then like he's still fairly young, so
Some of these guys
I'm
though,
gonna
came
say
up
3.
and won like
I'll
2
say
or 3, then they stopped.
I'll
for a
say
long
3
time.
too.
Bryson's 31.
31.
And then these
Spread some
two-
love
I'm
for
like
the
then
other
with,
guys though.
with Rory. I'm like, you say Justin Rose can win again, and he's 10 years older than Rory.
yeah. What do you think Rose is?
I don't think he
how
Nah,
often?
is favorite to win another one.
I'm saying,
Rose?
I'm saying.
He
Rose
found
is
himself
one
in
more?
that spot, but I'm not going to
I'm
bank
saying
on him winning.
he
I'm
didn't-
asking you. That's
Well, you said he still has a chance to win.
Rose?
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Sure, but
I mean, he proved that this week.
yeah, I don't think you'd sit there and start counting how many potentially he can win. He might
Yeah.
work his way into a spot though again at
Yeah.
some point. Like,
all right. So,
But then,
so
like, you give Rory 10
weekend.
more years.
I'm asking
I
you,
know.
Justin Rose.
well, because Justin Rose is already 44.
I wouldn't bet on it.
I'm asking you.
You're
Asking
me?
what?
Yeah, like on your list. You know, you're like, oh, okay.
I-
How many
Does he
more?
win
0. I'd
any?
say
I
0 if I had to
zero.
bet.
You say 0? Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
He
That's
could,
surprising.
He could win one, but a lot of these.
Think about it. Like, I feel like everybody counts Rose out until he's every major. You're like, oh shit, there he is again.
I mean, he did
Right?
contend at it was featured in full swing this season at the Open Championship, right? Last year, so maybe. I don't know. But he just went away for so long. He was the world number 1 like 10, 12 years ago. He won the 2013 US Open. And then he had a stretch of several years where he almost lost his card and he just seemed like he was done and he just kind of resurrected. He could. I mean, yeah, he has been. Now that you mention it, he has.
I'm gonna say
pretty well.
at least. I'm gonna say 1.
I wouldn't.
Then
be
with the
surprised.
Masters too, it's
I
like
can't-
it's the
I
same
can't-
course every year. So
I
Yeah.
can't
he's
say
been playing
no.
it forever.
I can't say no. I can't say he's gonna
That's why I'm like,
win 0.
why didn't I pick that
He's
guy
just-
to win the first round?
Mm.
He's
done
in
it like 4
contention way too
times.
much to be 0.
And then these two are kind of. They're in a little bit of a different class. I think they've each won 1 major. Matt Fitzpatrick. Do you think he wins another one?
I think he's good enough. Yes, at
I'd
least
probably
1.
put him in a similar class to Rose, where he could, but I don't know if I'd consider him.
Say
a
1. I don't
favorite.
know. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't think so.
what's the line on that? Half?
I would
0.5?
say
like
0.5, yeah.
Yeah.
And Shane Lowry.
I want to say yes.
yeah.
I want to say yes because I feel like he fits in that Rose category. He's always in contention. He just never
Yeah, I feel like
pulls
he's
it
been
together.
becoming a lot more consistent lately.
Last year he was very consistent. I felt like he was
Yeah,
always he
Past
was always
couple of
within
years.
top 20.
Ah,
I'm gonna say
it's
yes.
just-
I'm gonna say yes.
Okay, with this guy,
His
Like-
buddy won one.
Like everything has to go right for him to win.
Yeah, 100. Yeah,
he plays
I
really
agree with
good
that.
in, obviously with his Irish upbringing.
That's
in
like the
those
same with
kind of
Matt
conditions,
Matt
links,
Fitzpatrick
so.
because there's nothing like great about him. There's nothing that could like
hmm
he could overtake a tournament like Roy's driver or
Mhm.
something like that.
Well, not that many guys really have that kind of weapon that they can just, separate them from the field just based on one part of the game.
I mean,
Scheffler's putting.
well, Scheffler's iron play,
Scheffler's course management, I
yeah,
think,
course
and
management,
tournament management.
Yeah,
I
like
think is
like
kinda what's
that
separating.
and
guy.
his driver's pretty good. It's not like Scotty Short.
Scheffler never makes a mistake.
That's yes, I would agree. But like Schauffele, I feel like he's a pretty well-rounded player. There's not really, but maybe any given part of his game is better than Fitzpatrick.
I feel like Schauffele gets in a lot of trouble though. Like he sprays the ball. His accuracy's not that great.
Yeah, I don't know. Possibly.
Do you have any guys left?
Well, I have a list of.
He's
I'll keep it short.
Going to be here all night.
These are guys. These are guys who haven't won one. Oberg, I think it's a matter of how many.
Well, yeah, he's young.
He's super young.
I would say 3 or 4.
I could see that.
Do you think Max Homa
I hope so.
returns to form
Yeah, I hope
and
so.
could possibly
Hope so.
win one? I'll say 1.
Put him on the board for 1.
This is a guy who hasn't won on tour at all, but I feel like he's destined to win a major. Tommy Fleetwood.
How is that guy not
I
won
know,
a
right?
tour?
Oh,
I
yeah,
can't
he's
believe
been-
it. Yeah,
He's got to be the best now to not win one.
I think now that Cam Young has pretty much disintegrated
Yeah.
I think he's a bit of a head case too. He can't putt. He 4-putted from 5 feet or something.
Yeah.
On Thursday.
Well, he's still pretty young too, so
He's another.
I
guy
could
had
see
on the
him
list.
coming back into
He had a
contention.
couple of runner-ups, I think.
Yeah. But Fleetwood is very shocking.
I think he wins a major.
Mm-hmm.
I got a question for you. How many more league championships do you think the Rather Be Golfing golf team wins?
Ooh.
At least 10.
I don't think we'll ever lose one.
We're 2 for 2.
I mean, 2 for 2 is pretty good.
I think a better question is, the question is, how many more will we enter?
Very true.
Yeah, as it turns out, we don't lose.
However many we enter, is how many we win. Yeah. Haven't lost yet.
No, we got the
I don't know what
spring
that
league.
feels like.
We got a free spring league. We weren't going to play.
That was a
this
good
spring.
prize. That was a good prize.
That is a
Yeah.
good prize.
We weren't going to play in the spring.
I think
league,
that
but
was like a last
they
minute.
pulled us back in.
That was like a last minute prize.
Yeah, add on
I
for
think-
sure.
They were kind of running low on.
It's possible.
Could have been it, but hey, we'll take it. I'm in.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, we're in. This guy's in. He's a
Oh, this guy.
he's a late
free
join.
entry? Sign
Free,
him up.
free entry.
Yeah,
Oh, you
why
guys
not?
won. I'm on the team as
Hey,
well.
guys. Hey, guys.
Remember me?
Pick me.
You guys.
I'm getting there.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys.
I can play golf.
We need him to fill in probably a few times. So
So you're putting me on the roster.
Yeah, I
you're on
guess.
a roster. Right? Or you
What
can-
is it? 8 weeks.
can
So we
join.
got to get him in at least twice.
Yeah.
If you need him.
You could suck it up for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It's true. A lot goes on during the springtime.
Mm-hmm.
You got the baby coming.
Yeah.
Exactly. Boom.
Yeah.
I think we'll throw
I mean,
You,
now,
guys,
that'll
you guys
be
are
right
going to
up,
be thanking me.
that'll be right around the playoffs. No.
Yeah.
Rip
That would
knows.
be,
I'm a gamer.
It's going to be
bro.
tricky.
gamer, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know.
True.
You have a lot to prove. Right
I
now.
don't. I'm 1 for 1. I don't know if you know that.
Well,
I'm 2 for 2.
that was like a.
Yeah.
That was like a.
I'm also undefeated.
that was like a Special Olympics.
Compared to X golf.
Yes.
Yeah.
True.
No
Yeah, there's how
handicaps,
many more
less
teams?
This
teams.
is far
Yeah.
more like
I was- yeah.
Lot
That
more
was,
pressure.
a lot more pressure.
that was
every
that was
round.
single A. Now you're in triple
playing
A right
against the guys in
Yeah.
the same
We're
simulator.
in the big leagues now.
You're actually
Oh, yeah?
putting and stuff.
X-golf
Like
is
everything
the big
matters.
leagues?
X golf is the big leagues.
I mean,
There's always something better.
TGL.
yeah. I don't
I
know.
mean, what's next?
I don't know if you would consider it the big leagues.
Triple A.
What
We'll
other
call it
top?
AAA. Call it AAA.
All right.
No, it's
For
as,
sim
for us, I
wise,
guess it's probably
for
as
us.
good as it gets. Yeah,
Yeah,
It's endurance. I'm like, sometimes you're waiting for your shot for
Yeah.
a long time.
it's true.
endurance. Something you're gonna have to develop.
Working on that.
Yeah,
I mean, every Monday night for 3
Talking about
hours.
endurance in an indoor golf simulator. What the
You're-
fuck?
every Monday for
Yes.
13 weeks we showed up. I think you would have broke.
1,000
before then.
swings. 1,000
I
swings.
think you would have broke.
A lot of drinking time.
Yeah,
The alcohol is not.
you got to
the-
balance
the-
yourself.
the
By the
price
way,
of-
yeah, it's not free alcohol
Just
Dude,
so
I
you
mean,
FYI.
I went there.
for the players. We're letting.
just want to temper your expectations.
Why would
no
I think
free
that?
wings, no free beers.
Was there free beers at a brewery?
Listen, I don't
No?
know. This is just what people say. Okay.
What are the
But-
perks? What's his signing bonus? He wants to know about his signing bonus. That's what he's interested in.
We're in negotiations.
Okay.
Yeah.
You my agent? First I've heard about this.
I feel like it's been a long time since we played.
No, my signing bonus.
Like, what do we
my-
do? Yeah, I know. I'm like Monday night. What do I do?
Yeah,
I know.
What am I doing?
I was actually driving to. What
You
did,
just start driving there. And
what did we do? What did we do on
13?
Monday? Oh no, we were
Yeah.
gonna do this.
Yeah.
I was in the car getting ready to go, and
And you're
Siri
like,
told me.
oh, the direct. Yeah.
yeah, she puts it together that it's
Well, 'cause
Monday, and
you-
I have
God
to go
forbid
every
you
Monday.
gotta go
God
extra.
forbid you knew how to get there.
She started telling me
That's
to
the
go,
direction.
giving me directions to X golf.
Yeah.
That's funny.
But it's over now. I would
Yeah.
say it was a pretty not going to say stress free, but were we ever behind in a match during the playoffs?
I don't know if we overall
I don't know if we were.
between the
Maybe after
I don't know
like
if
one
were
hole
we
or
all
something?
ever down at the same time.
No.
I don't think so.
We
were never
Somebody was
in-
always right there. There might have been there's cases where definitely two of us were probably down.
Yeah, I
at
think-
one point.
I think in the beginning of the championship, two of us were down.
Yeah,
It never felt like we were in serious, in the danger
there was always
zone or in
there was
serious
always
jeopardy
a
level of optimism that
yes,
we'd
absolutely.
end up pulling it out.
We were never like, oh man, this is really going to be it for us.
A couple of
That
things
never
I think
happened.
worked in our favor. One was we were all giving a bunch of strokes pretty much every match.
Yeah.
But at least the last 2 weeks of the playoffs, we played the last 3 or 4 holes, all of
Without
us
any-
straight up,
Yes,
which kind of put us in the mindset that we just have
Just
to get to the
that
6th or
point,
7th
yeah.
hole,
Yeah.
and then
you
we
could
should
be even
able to-
there, and
yeah,
it'll work out.
we
from
like
there.
our chances.
Mhm.
So that kind of worked out well.
Yes.
Whereas if it was the other way, if we were giving a stroke on each of the last 4 or 5 holes,
Yeah.
we would have felt like,
That's,
if
yeah,
we're not
that's
up
a lot of pressure.
1 or 2 holes, like that's
Absolutely.
going to be, quite an undertaking to assume that we're going to, be able to win enough holes to
Mhm.
win. Another thing is, in hindsight, I think that losing the last week of the regular season, I was telling him this, I think it actually kind of benefited us because like we had won a bunch of weeks in a row before that, and it
Yeah.
kind of sort of not got complacent, but it sort of seeming like easy, like this was kind of not a foregone conclusion, but
I never was 100% confident that we were going to win anything. Like you just got to
No.
make the playoffs.
But I think
Like,
the-
there was teams we never played against were in it.
losing 1 week, it kind of makes it,
It
Yeah.
reset. You guys.
yeah, it makes it makes you realize
You're like, oh, shit, I
how
gotta win.
easy
It
it
keeps
is
you
to have
more
an
on
off
edge.
week, and
Yeah.
kind of, sometimes you need that extra motivation to
Mm-hmm.
humble you, I guess. If you want to
Bring you down. I mean, humble the player of the year. We got to humble this.
Yeah.
guy.
Did he
Yeah.
talk shit? Yeah. Was he floating that in front of everybody?
No.
No,
You guys are playing
I'm a good
player of the
But
year.
the final match of the championship match was within that match a matchup of the player of the year versus the runner up, the
He
guy
didn't know-
he stole it from.
Yeah.
He didn't know that at
last
the
week, and
time.
he didn't know it, and he's like, "I was keenly aware of that this entire time." Like,
yeah, he was talking
like, you're
to
damn right, I know.
the guy was talking to his dad, and I forget how it came up, but did somebody say something on the? I forget how it came up, but
Yeah.
he was like, "Yeah, you should have won the," because I saw the email that this guy was leading with, I think 2 weeks to go.
Mhm.
It's like, that should have been you. And he's like, I don't know who won the player of the year. Who. And at first I thought they were like kind of,
They had
they
no
knew it
idea.
was me or something. But, and I was like, yeah, who is that jerk who won the player of the year? Somebody should get him.
Uh,
Oh
And
my
then they
god.
found out, yeah.
Oh, and we took a lot of shots in the championship round.
oh,
I
my
heard you
God.
guys all woke up hungover.
A lot of shots.
Yeah.
Little victory hang.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went to Fatty's after for beer.
We had a lot of birdies.
Yeah,
And this is the first time we really
that anybody really
Kind of
drank.
went after it, yeah.
got after it.
So
But-
you drank at 30 and then you went back to Fatty's?
Just
Huh?
beer. I just had a
Yeah,
bottle
we just
for
had
it.
a beer.
Oh, okay. Thought you could
And watch the end of the championship. College.
Yeah, that March Madness and Teal Bay
Yeah.
Championship.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. That was on.
yeah.
Yeah, so we were getting a shot for every birdie. There's probably like 6 birdies.
Oh, you were actually doing
At
that.
least,
That's
yeah.
fucking great.
Yeah.
I'm going to turn down, were they $1? Were
Yeah,
they free? I
they're
don't know.
$1.
Whatever
I
they
don't
were,
even know
basically
what's going
free. Yeah, I'm going to turn down a
Yeah.
free birdie shot.
No.
Yeah, dollar fireball.
But we are 2 for 2.
2 for 2. We have our prizes were the free entry to the Spring League round at Cold Spring Harbor
With
with Jeff
nice.
in July.
Beer mugs
Beer mugs
with our picture on it.
that stay at X Golf. Is
Yeah,
that
I think
Yeah.
right? I thought
I think
so.
that's
We don't even
right.
get to
So
keep
we,
them
what do we drink
Okay.
out of them? When,
guess
when we
every
go
time
there.
come
And then do we have t-shirts? Are we getting
You-
shirts of any sort or no?
I don't know about
Am I
the
making that up?
t-shirts.
And then our names on the trophy. Obviously.
What do you go up and ask?
Forever.
Hey, can you grab my
Yes,
mug?
and I think we're enshrined on the X Golf wall.
You put
Yes.
I'm never going to
Also-
grab this mug.
Yeah, I'm never. No.
I'd like a
It's like when you go to like a
Heineken with
like a
my
high end
mug.
restaurant. They have like the wine locker with just like your
Yeah.
wine bottle or something
Oh,
like that.
Jesus.
The girl's gonna come. Like you
Or
just
Harp
go
and
in.
Hound.
They have that at the Harp and Hound.
Oh, do
Harp
they?
and Hound. They
Okay.
have
Jameson
the
bottles.
Jameson
yeah.
bottles that you can write on.
Yeah, so like if I just show up to X Golf, they should obviously know who we are, right? By default, they should be like, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I
Mr.
see your
Copeland, here you
picture
go.
every
Yeah,
day.
like our pictures up behind at the top of the bar.
Mr.
Like,
Copeland.
make sure to serve these men their specific mugs.
They should
Yeah,
put
right.
like a
No way.
like a monument
Oh my-
park, like a plaque or something.
VIP members.
Yeah. Oh, VIP? Okay, yes.
The bartender didn't even remember what team I was on every week. I'm like,
Yeah, that's crazy.
where's the tab going?
Remember me now, bitch.
I was thinking of the way to say. Now you remember.
Oh, God. That's funny.
Point to the trophy. You remember this?
Yeah, that's right. See this? Right here. Don't forget it.
You got the Planet Golf outing for Player of the Year.
Yeah,
How'd it go?
how was that? Yeah, your other prize.
Bellport Country
Belport.
Club.
It was a nice
Damn,
day.
Rip made out on this.
That was last,
I did.
what, Tuesday?
I
Wednesday?
swept.
God damn.
I swept the prizes. Basically, I pretty much.
Did you really?
Well, not the weekly,
2
I don't
free
think I won
rounds and a
Player of the
fucking
Well, you
spring
won
league?
that.
but I
Twice,
squeezed
yeah.
out pretty much every little ounce of value that I could from.
Oh, I thought you meant at the outing. You won a prize.
Well, no. I was just
Okay.
saying,
No, I'm
getting
just
to
saying.
play both.
You won
outings.
Player of the Year. You won the champ. You're a member of the winning team. And did you win any prize pool money ever? You did
Yeah,
once or
it was.
Oh,
twice,
yeah.
right?
The
Twice.
long drive.
Long drive.
There you go.
Yeah.
Closest to the pin.
Yes.
League, yeah.
Okay.
Very successful year for you.
Yeah.
I would say so. It's not I wouldn't call it a job,
Oh, boy.
but there was some money made.
yeah.
Wouldn't call it.
You don't have to claim any of this
Hashtag-
winnings. Let's just say it wasn't
Oh
enough
my
to
God.
create a taxable event.
The IRS is not privy to.
Hashtag SimPro.
Yes,
Hashtag
Simpro.
Simpro.
Hashtag simp.
I should
Simp.
Simp, bro. I should. I think I could make a decent living traveling to different
Sim-
cities,
Different sims.
maybe hustling
Well,
people.
You might just
You
be
can
as-
actually stay at that sim and
Yeah.
play people around the world.
exactly.
I think that might be it because
That's your future.
as was reaffirmed at Belport, if I step on the golf course, it's just,
Outside game.
it's just not the same. Yeah, I don't know. I was actually hitting it pretty well until probably my 14th or 15th hole, and then the wheels came off a little bit.
Shot 88.
88, yeah. I hit a lot of greens.
I mean, not terrible for a course you've never
I was
played.
hitting
Yeah.
it pretty well, and then I made a triple. I hit like 2 bad shots.
You lost one, on that over the creek par 3, you said?
Yes.
I thought
Anywhere
you
else?
You didn't finish strong? I thought I looked at your card. I thought you parred both.
Well, it was shotgun start.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's probably what it was then.
I was on a par train, and then I had a 4-foot bogey putt that when I hit, I thought was in, and it went around the cup and then just came back to right in front of the cup. Like you could not
Make it up.
miss it any.
Yeah.
It could not possibly have been any closer to going in. So that was bogey, and then after that, I made like a few bogeys, but I was hitting it pretty well overall. And then something happened on the back where I just kind of lost my.
So it was you and Jeff
And
in the cart, and then the other 2 guys were the other players of the year,
Yes.
Tuesday, Wednesday league?
Yes.
Did you booze it up with Jeff?
No, they didn't serve alcohol.
What?
What? Oh yeah, actually last one I went to
Ouch.
didn't serve
I was
alcohol
like,
either.
what?
That
the
eliminates some
hell?
of the liability, I guess.
I don't know.
And nobody brang?
What were the prizes? or anything
I
like that?
didn't bring prizes.
Was there prizes?
I don't know what they were. I didn't
Okay.
win anything.
Yeah. You just stormed off. You were Morikawa.
Yeah,
You
I
lost
I mean,
and
it
you
wasn't.
left.
They had a little raffle thing, which they did the prizes prior to the round.
I think usually I went to one before for Long Island Golf Junkies. They do like a Grint tournament.
That's what we did.
Yeah.
That's what.
Yeah, there was like a leaderboard. I saw that. going
Yeah,
on.
I wasn't anywhere near the top.
Yeah, you were T6 at one point.
I think I finished pretty closer to the bottom.
Yeah.
Top. I don't know
I
how.
think leader was like 3 under with the handicap
Yeah.
and everything.
Who knows? I wasn't playing well enough to even. I didn't even look
Check
at it
it,
during
yeah.
the round. Yeah. I just
Okay.
trying to figure my own shit out. I was trying to pretend that I was.
I mean, you were off to a bad start. To be fair, you didn't have your shoes. Like
Yes.
let's rewind.
How do you forget your shoes?
I don't know. I don't assume any responsibility for it or accountability.
For anything.
I think that no, generally not.
And you forgot your hat.
My hat today.
Today.
No.
He forgot his hat on Sim Championship.
yeah.
Sim Championship.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have a hat.
He was disheveled. He was
Oh
in
my
jeans and he had his
Well,
no
and-
hat.
yeah.
And he was like, "What do I do?
He was
What
short,
do I
bro.
do? I don't know what to do,
I
guys."
wouldn't say it was the shovel.
I'm like,
You were a little out there.
I thought it was
You
going to be Great South Bay Brewery all over again.
Yeah.
17th hole.
It was part of my game plan.
17.
They would see me. They'd be like, "Who is this? Did they pull a homeless guy off the street? Like this guy cannot possibly hit a golf ball." And then it was like, "Whoa, 340 right down the middle every time. You know
This homeless guy's
What?
strong.
what? What have we gotten ourselves into?
No, that's more like what we said when we saw the other guy that they brought.
Yes,
They brought in some
I
guy
thought-
that barely played with them all year, I think.
6 handicap. I thought we
And-
were being sandbagged.
110%. This guy's first swing, we're like, oh shit. Like, where'd
Yeah.
this guy come from?
Yeah. I was 2 under through 3,
Yeah.
and I was even with this guy. I'm like,
Yeah.
But some
Ugh.
people, you could just see their swing, and you can tell that they
Are good.
they know their way around
Yeah.
the golf course.
I know. And he's like, I never even play anymore. I'm like,
Yeah,
I don't
No
know
way.
about
Yeah,
that.
it's like don't say that.
but he
He
ended
was
up
good, but he
having-
had a couple bad
Yeah,
holes
he-
that
yeah.
killed him. Yeah.
well, that one hole, we found out this is the first course
Oh, yeah.
that had an out of bounds.
yes,
That was like,
and you couldn't
We-
see the
not-
stakes. There were no
Yeah.
identifiable markers or anything.
Yeah.
So we
It was
actually
bullshit.
played a few holes
that was kinda
before,
BS. Yeah.
and one ball went out of bounds. I'm like, oh.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So me and Kopi,
In the adjacent fairway.
yeah,
That's never the case. That's never been the case
Oh,
but
in
I wasn't
any
gonna
of the rounds we played.
bring it
Oh,
up.
so I didn't know that you
Yeah.
had. So the
Try
practice.
now.
You had
practice
insider
round-
information.
A little bit inside.
So
info.
he hits his
Like-
drive almost close to that fairway.
Yeah.
But he's in like the woods. So he tried to play it up the other fairway. I'm like, Kopi, I'm like, this might be out of bounds. And it was.
I don't think that made the difference.
I mean, that was one hole.
Yeah,
that was
but
one
that
shot,
did
and then he had
kind of-
several more shots to try and recover to get out of there.
But
which he
yeah.
just couldn't
It's
do.
still one hole, but
Yeah.
I don't think.
I mean,
that-
the guy ended up beating me anyway. But
oh, he did.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, you lost that match. Yeah.
oh, I didn't know that.
yeah, I fell apart on last hole. I'm like piping my
Didn't matter.
hybrid, then I fucking hook it on the last hole out of bounds.
It was. They actually had a putt to tie it at the end.
Did they
Guy who was playing
against me?
against you,
Oh, really?
yeah.
Yeah.
It was like a 20-25 foot
Oh,
putt
shit.
to tie it.
Didn't
So,
even realize that.
so there was a small sweat
Yeah.
on the last hole. I mean, I manhandled my opponent. There was really no contest.
Well-
But
Just a little pat
you are
on
the
the back.
player of the year.
Man,
you know,
that's why I'm player of the year, bro.
but it was fun. I'm excited to run it
Should
back.
get him
Yeah,
a
it's good
t-shirt,
times.
Player of the year,
It's a good place. Fun.
bright yellow.
And I am excited for the Cold Spring Harbor.
Yeah.
round. Get to play a beautiful course during peak season.
Oh yeah, that
Yeah.
I played
Yeah,
that
July.
once.
It's gonna be great.
It fucking rained,
Mm.
and I played the first like 6 holes, and it's probably one of the nicer courses on Long Island.
Yeah, I'm pumped about that.
It'll be fun.
I also want to, before we move forward, it seems like it's been forever, but we never had a chance to talk about. I had my work.
Oh, yes.
thing in
Yeah.
West Virginia Beach.
hmm
We didn't come in last place the scramble, which I think was. I served my purpose and I didn't embarrass the company.
Mm.
I hit it pretty good. Thought it was going to be bad because the range session before was a complete mess, and I was like dripping sweat. It was kind of embarrassing. But then we got on the course, and the nerves kind of drifted away, and it ended up being okay. I think I made 3 natural birdies. It's no big deal. It's just another day at work. But it was a good time. There was on our second hole. This is why I was going to say the long drive thing. There was a long driver.
Yeah.
This was like, a paid appearance or whatever, part of like to raise money. Or
Okay.
something, like some kind of, whatever. But his whole spiel was he went on for, it seemed like 5 or 6 minutes about how he was the number 6 long driver in the world. And he was really, if you think that I'm arrogant, this guy was like.
So when you got to the tee, just started going off like that?
This was like his purpose. I mean, I get that this is a paid appearance and he's got to talk himself up a little bit.
Sure.
Like
But he's
gotta-
doing that for everybody. So
We were one of the first ones, so I think maybe
calmed it down
yeah.
a little
But
bit.
this was probably his A material at the
Okay.
beginning. But he just went on, and it was just the whole thing was like, I'm so great. Like basically, I'm number 6 in the world, but I just came in second last week, and I'm probably going to be 5th after this. And it's like, it's great, bud. How's your short game?
Yeah.
But the thing was, it was to raise money for I don't even know, some military sponsorship or something, or cause. But the thing was, you could pay a certain amount of either $200, $500, $1,000, or $2,000. I obviously was not paying anything, but you could pay for basically a score on the hole.
Okay.
otherwise, if you pay, I don't know, $20, he hits a drive.
You get to play that.
But here's the thing: it didn't really make a lot of sense. Okay, there was a flag 370 yards from the tee box, right in the middle. He hit a drive, but no matter where the drive ended up, you still had to play from the flag. So I'm like, why are you even hitting the drive? Just to show us how far you hit it? Like, we just if you hit it past the flag in the fairway, we still drop it at the flag. If you hit it short, we drop. Like, why are you hitting the drive? Why are you even here?
Yeah, just to show
just put
off.
the flag there. Yeah. Like I didn't.
You didn't
It's
go.
a show.
First of
bro.
all, I
It's a
thought you
show.
were just going to say that like you outdrove.
Yeah,
him or
I was
something
waiting
like that.
for
I was
this.
waiting for.
No, I mean,
Like, buddy, I don't need you.
he probably would have got me by a little. He hit the
You
blast.
would have got me
Yeah.
by a little, maybe a
thought-
little.
I thought the story was going to be a little better. but
Yeah,
that's
definitely.
all
I mean,
right.
that's
High
really the whole
expectations
story. It
going
was
into
just his whole.
What's a show, bro?
Yeah.
They pay a guy long driver.
Yeah.
It's a show.
I guess.
People
for
are
good cause, what
enamored
are you
by
gonna do?
guys who can hit it fucking
Yeah.
370.
Chicks dig the long ball.
I know that.
Rip digs it.
I just thought it was weird.
You didn't
like,
get a swing tip from him or anything? Like, how do you do it?
No,
He needs it for the short game. and
Yeah.
obviously-
I do. Yeah, yeah. If you had like David Ledbetter, somebody who could hit a chip or a 60-degree wedge. I don't know. I just thought it was. I thought it was weird that he was hitting the shot and there was no. I don't know.
Okay.
It bothered me a little bit. I'll be honest. But that was it.
It seemed like it bothered you a lot more.
I think
Yeah.
it bothered him a lot. He's
Yeah.
like, oh, somebody else who can hit it further than
Yeah.
me. God damn it. I don't look so good anymore.
Well, when you hit it as far as I do, it's like 370, 330. Like it all kind of looks the same. You can't see the ball after a while. Like
Mm.
Wow.
like, whatever.
How do you fit down here?
You know,
How's your
to
head fit?
To the common man or to the average person's eye.
How many days after the
build.
work trip did your work coworkers like speak about
still
this
talking about
tournament
it,
and
yeah.
how well you struck the ball?
I'm the talk of the town.
Your 3 natural birdies at the water cooler come up all the time.
Are you the
Yeah,
employee of the month?
Yes. Yeah. We finished at -1,
Okay.
which was I think 4th to last, but it wasn't
Wow.
last.
Wow. What was first place?
I don't know if there was any money, but
No,
the
What was
Didn't we
the
see
score?
one? It was like
the score was ridiculous. First of all,
it was like -17 or -18.
Oh my
this
god.
was
That's
this was not
ridiculous. Yeah.
this was not. There might have been some tomfoolery there, but
Okay.
this was not your run of the mill. I've never seen anything like this. You could buy mulligans for $5 a piece. So I'm sure there are people who had a shit ton of mulligans.
Yeah.
On that long drive hole for $2,000. I don't know if anybody actually paid this, but you could buy a 0 on the hole, or 1,000 is a 1. Or you could basically buy.
All right,
the
so it's
more you
not
pay.
your normal golf.
No,
guy.
it's not. So those scores are, I guess, more attainable. You could
Yeah.
you could spend $500 to buy 100 mulligans, and
Sure.
you're
Yeah.
gonna birdie every single hole.
Mhm.
Probably. The other thing was with the flag and the long driver. If you, that whole thing with the flag was that if you hole out from where that is for Albatross, I guess,
Mhm.
then you get a trip for 2 to Pebble Beach, or
Oh, wow.
like a 5 or 6 day golf
Yeah.
trip
That's cool.
valued at $10,000.
Hmm.
So
That would have been sweet.
that would have been sweet. I
How
don't know
far
how
was
it
the
would've worked,
approach?
'cause, 160.
Did you hit the green?
I did hit the green. I had I don't know, probably 30 feet.
So you were 30
That was
feet
the
away?
one with the club twirl where I showed you the video.
Oh, God.
It's a random
Yeah.
walk away.
Yeah. Where are you
The
going?
swag
Yeah, we're like,
walk.
where's he going?
I don't know. They never know. That's part, that's
They
part
never
of the
know.
mystery.
Walk.
It's part of the.
I'll tell you where he did walk. Away from the cart.
Yeah.
This guy's not getting back in the
Not a
cart,
cart
driving
guy.
it around.
Listen, it's called swag. Okay.
No, he does this all the time. Like, I ride with you all the time, and I always drive. But he he has like a 30-foot wedge shot. He'll never take his putter.
No.
Like,
Oh, yeah. And and then you go up, God forbid you go up to the green and leave the cart there with him. He's going to walk up to the green and have you run back and get it. Oh, wait.
Listen, I'm not driving.
Didn't that happen on the video?
Yes, as
Twice.
right? You're supposed to help the guy out, like,
Yeah.
or like,
Once in a while.
Like they're leaving the cart there while you're chipping onto the green. He's already on the green, so he's going to walk up.
or he'll walk up to the green like
Or you'll leave the putter with you and he'll drive the cart around. One or the other.
Say, like, I'll hit my shot to the right of the green where I have to chip on. He'll be on the green, but I leave, like, the cart. I'm like, oh, just take the cart, and he'll leave the cart.
Yeah.
Walk to the green, so now I got to walk around, bring the cart back, then walk to the green. Like, just little stuff, man.
He's in his own world.
Speaking
He's
of
on
this,
tour out there.
We do have on-course video out.
Yeah.
Yes.
Our first on-course challenge.
YouTube.
Check it out.
Yeah, that was more fun than good golf. I
Yeah.
can say.
It was a trial run.
It was.
It was a good time. I had a blast.
It was a rather tougher course for the first time out
100%.
for the year for at least
Pre-handicap
myself.
season and
No,
everything.
yeah.
Doing best ball was a little rough
windy at
too,
one
I
point.
feel like.
I think it was a little hard to keep track of, but I
Mhm.
think both in terms of the quality of golf and the video quality, I think it's only going to get better.
Sure.
But I think
Yeah.
for the first time, I've gotten a lot of good feedback personally. So
Yeah, I agree.
check it out.
We all did.
Seen it.
We'll check it out. We're gonna do more scrambles
Yeah,
than
Yeah.
Stuff
the
like that.
scramble is
Yep.
next. Hopefully, I get in on it this time. But
Yeah, well,
We'll see.
we got a ways to go until July. It's warm.
Yeah,
enough.
the
we're gonna
window.
see if your game.
the 4-day window that I have.
Yeah.
We're gonna need your game to pick up a little bit.
What, from the way you guys fucking shot
Whoa,
during that
easy.
video?
People haven't seen the video.
Easy champ.
Easy champ.
Spoiler
What are you
alert.
talking about? We played very well.
Yeah. That's a lot.
Spoiler.
It's easy to say something when you haven't swung a club and God knows when.
That's
Yeah.
all right. I don't consider myself the player of the year and all this shit.
I
It's
mean,
not a matter.
I don't shoot the 70s.
It's not a matter of what he considered himself.
Yeah, this is
But
like-
I don't shoot in the
This is
70s.
a
So
statement of
I
fact.
don't know what you guys.
I don't think you like if you played right now at Cherry Creek, you wouldn't break 100.
Oh, that's a challenge.
100 steps. Or you did. I gotta give you
That's a
credit.
challenge.
You did walk.
Back from you
Was
walked
that
kinda
that
far.
was that same round, right?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
did walk.
You walked back to the clubhouse.
Actually, the guy can't come.
Oh, he did.
No, I was walking down the fairway and I got to like maybe 30 yards from the green and he looked over. He's like,
He was like,
I
that
saw you
guy's out of
passed out on the
place.
yeah,
ground.
he comes driving. He
resuscitated
drives
you.
over. Like, what are you doing? Like, I told you, I had to leave at like right around this time.
It's really your fault because we got to the last hole. I'm like, we could drop you off now.
I know,
No,
I
I
said
got
that.
45 minutes.
Yeah, I said,
And obviously, the course just keeps going further and
Yeah,
further
it's
away
all right.
from the clubhouse.
I made it in time. I got there at 2:01.
201. Okay.
Yeah. So
Perfect.
And you didn't really plan it out. Obviously, you're passing Topgolf to go there. You're not
Wait,
playing.
did you go back home first?
Yeah.
Oh, you did.
You're
Oh,
not
that's on
playing
you.
golf to get all sweaty and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So you could have went straight to Topgolf from Riverhead.
Yes.
You had to go home and shower. That was yours.
Yeah.
When has that ever been a priority of yours? All of a sudden, you got a shower.
oh my
It
god.
looked like you showered to go out.
Yeah,
the
you were
river.
dressed nice.
You mean dress night?
I mean,
You were dressed like you could go to Topgolf.
Topgolf?
Yeah.
You were put together.
you had a
Yeah.
college
I
shirt on.
wore a collared shirt to a golf course.
Okay. You didn't dress like that.
I'm not at a golf course, Cope.
I know, but I'm just
So
saying
what the
it's not
fuck are you
like
talking about?
it's not like you weren't dressed poorly.
I
that
wear
you had
golf
to go
shirts to
home.
golf courses.
Yeah, so it's perfect outfit to wear to Topgolf.
I'm
If you
confused.
just showered,
Dressing nice.
we're just saying, had
That's
you
like
thought
the-
this
that's
out, just
pretty much what
shower
everybody does going to a
before,
golf
you were
course.
fine.
We're just
Listen,
saying you were dressed
didn't-
well enough that you didn't
Yeah.
have to go all the way back home to get
Yeah,
changed.
It is
exactly.
very confusing. But are you gonna play? Are you gonna be ready to play in time for the spring league?
Yeah.
That's like literally 2 weeks.
I'll
from
play.
Yes, it's very.
I'll play one of these days.
Also, I'm registered for the Masters.
now. Are you?
Yes,
Okay. When is that? Next weekend?
it is the last weekend of April.
Okay.
I probably could've played-
What
I
is
could've-
that? What is that?
It's just.
Is it at X Golf?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's only the fellow members of the Winter League are invited. I think that based on
Prestigious.
because I have another obligation on that Sunday where I had to see if I could change the schedule around to maybe early in the morning or in the late afternoon. And based on what Jeff said, they didn't get as many registrants as.
When? All right.
So I don't know how many people I'm going to be playing against
Yeah.
or how much but there is cash prizes. So more money, no problem.
Maybe I'll
So
see if I can
there's
sneak
no
in.
leagues going on right now.
Yeah. So what was your
Right at this
you had to
moment,
Well, I
log
gotta
out.
watch
All
Jackson.
right. Well, one of these nights, I'll make my way up there and
By yourself?
no, I'll see. He's probably one of these days that you're off, maybe
Me?
Yeah.
I play real golf right now.
at night, dude.
Real golf.
When are we playing next? By the way,
So why don't you go play real golf? Same thing.
Well, I I mean, I could after work, I guess.
Yeah.
Or on the weekend.
Yeah, I gotta watch Jackson that day. I guess we could have like rotated, like, oh, but if he goes crazy like halfway through the round,
Hmm.
I'm gonna bring on. I'll come watch.
Okay. You could use, some moral support.
Yeah, I'll give you some insight
Advice.
when I think.
I could use that.
Mm-mm.
Wait, you're going to be his caddy?
Yeah.
Oh,
You're fired.
Yeah.
wow. That was
I'm a
quick.
pretty good ex
Jeez.
golf caddy,
Yeah, he is. He's giving me some recommendations.
Were you?
putt wise.
Were they working?
I putt very well at ex golf.
Yeah, I'm excited. And I expect to win. I think I will.
And we got
Super confident.
super confident,
But you got to have confidence, though. It's key.
Yes.
especially this Saturday. Are you confident about that?
Yeah. Let's talk about some real confidence.
Real competition?
What are you talking about? Oh, golf. Are we going to play golf on the weather?
No, we
No.
are trying out for arena football.
Oh, God.
Oh. Is that really
The
happening?
New York
This
Dragons.
is really happening.
Oh,
The New York
boy.
Dragons need people, need players,
Do
need
we have
bodies.
They need your
They
skills.
need you.
Do we have a cameraman? Because I would only do this for content.
We
Look
got
at
him.
He is a
Are you
cameraman.
willing?
He's
I'll
already
do it.
proven
If you play, yes, that's happening.
What position or positions?
Do I have to pay for the tryout?
$75.
Uh,
Oh, that's
Not
nothing.
bad.
I'll pay for that.
Oh,
really?
Here we go. You
Pay
got a
for mine?
sponsor.
Yeah.
you pay for mine too?
No.
Come on.
All right. I guess I'll do it. It's at 9:00 a.m. How long does this event last for?
It's 2 hours.
This could be groundbreaking.
This could
Oh
be
my God.
phenomenal.
This could actually put
This
us
is
on-
going to
break the
be
internet.
epic.
This could take us into the stratosphere.
What position would you go out there
Obviously,
for?
quarterback.
QB?
Yeah.
QB1?
Could throw the football over the mountains.
You have to submit a resume.
What's the name?
I was gonna fill out I started filling out the form, and then I saw $75, and I said, I'm not gonna pay this.
Your name's got to be Sean Ripper.
But
yeah.
Sean Ripper.
the first question was, what's your highest?
Massapequa State University.
What's your highest level of competitive football? I was like,
He wrote in Madden.
Heisman. Heisman Madden.
Say my cousin's backyard in 2002. Probably.
Got a highlight reel of flag football.
Did you ever play flag?
In a league?
Yeah.
No,
Oh my God.
I've never
Wonderful.
played organized football.
Did you ever throw a football?
No, I actually am pretty sound.
I
can
can't
do
wait
sound.
for this.
You guys think I'm a
Bro,
spaz?
I
I'm
might
a-
not be
I'm a
able to
natural.
film because I'm laughing so hard.
You did play. You could play golf, and you played basketball.
Yeah, golf
right, in high
and
school?
football are the same thing.
I was pretty good at softball. Right?
Yeah, you weren't bad. That was like 12 years ago, but
Oh, it's
You
like
were
riding a bike. The football, I
Wait, hold on.
could sling it.
Is he going to pull anything?
I'm also
Yes or no?
I'm also what you would consider a dual threat.
Oh,
Oh, shit.
Okay.
All right. Did you put that on the resume?
No, but I will.
I will.
Not sure what the second threat.
yeah. What is the second
but
threat?
It's not running. Maybe eating. If there's an eating part.
Is there? Yeah.
we just got to make sure every time you're quarterback, I'll be defensive back.
There you go.
Fucking- I'll shine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Throw the ball right to him.
That's it.
I'll look
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Travis Hunter.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna shine. Sunshine.
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 What's your football
Here.
nickname going to be?
Can you wear a bandana?
Oh yeah.
No, I'm not
Gotta be
gonna.
decked out.
There will be no cultural appropriation.
No eye black.
Eye
That
black,
just
maybe.
Spreads
I was thinking eye black.
Yeah.
To strike fear in the hearts of my opponents.
with a Bible verse.
How many people do you think I'll be beating for the job?
I would say like
Do you have a pair of
No.
cleats? Where
Yes.
is this again? It's in Nassau.
it's in Farmingdale.
Farmingdale? Okay.
I
Like
love
a
these-
soccer,
these-
Do you
indoor
have
soccer
cleats? Do
field.
you need gear for this? What do you need?
Probably need cleats.
I'd say you need a pair of cleats.
Oh,
yeah.
man, this
cheap
is
pair of cleats.
Jesus Christ, he's not ready for
Just
this.
go to like Marshall
mean-
or something.
You're running on turf, so you really don't need cleats.
Turf shoes.
Turf, your golf shoes, spikeless.
There
Just
you
use
go.
those. They got some
I
grip.
did get new golf shoes.
Yeah.
I could use the old ones.
Yeah.
Use those.
I would look outrageous if I showed up with spikeless golf shoes.
Can you bring your bag too?
Like-
Dress up like a golfer.
Here for the tryout.
Dress up like a dragon.
Am I going to
Be
get
the mascot. They might give you that spot.
Well, they give you a shirt and shorts, I think. So
Okay.
Oh, good. All right.
You're for sure going to come and film this?
100% if this is
Are
happening.
they
if you
going to let
go-
him film this?
I
It
think
would be a
so.
waste.
Why not?
It would be a waste of time and resources if they don't let him.
I don't think it'll be a problem.
Oh, I'll just do. I'll fucking
Just from
use my
afar.
cell
You
phone.
have to be like
Yeah.
far away.
I went
They
to, like-
can't know about
I mean,
it.
we're not going to bring that.
No.
I mean, I
No,
went to like official arena football, like when it was actually big tryouts. Well, I mean, it wasn't huge, but it
I'm
was.
sure we can do like confessionals during the right. Like, I need to like come over and
Yeah.
When you're fucking dying, need
Yeah.
a breath. Like,
yeah. Did I cut
mean-
you off? Sorry.
You really don't have to,
mistake.
there's really not that much running involved if
No?
you're playing quarterback.
True.
You got to run the shuttle, run the 40,
God.
Run for your life.
run for your life.
Oh my God.
It's
I
not
wanna
full
watch
contact, right?
Dude, there's no contact.
No, it's a combine.
Wait,
It's
That would be
drills.
funny if.
And
it
if you're quarterback,
If
you're
you're
not,
quarterback, you're not going to get hit anyway. And you're wearing
Like-
shorts and a shirt,
I'm
t-shirt.
sorry,
the only contact would be
can you?
like receiver and DB, probably.
That's all hand fighting, though.
Yeah, nothing crazy.
It's just hand fighting.
Yeah,
Hand
it's
fighter.
Can you give us a 3-step drop? Like,
You wouldn't be able to. What about all those sit-ups every time? I think that I think I might win the job. I'll be
I
honest.
might.
you
'Cause
did crank out those
anytime-
setups at one
and-
time. Anytime you've been challenged, you have risen.
I rise to the occasion.
This is a little different.
Everybody is always shocked at my natural athletic
That's
ability.
true.
I did almost go through the wall,
Yeah, yeah.
my
You
feet gave
almost
out.
passed out.
but I did bang those sit-ups out.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I could probably sling it a good 60 yards in the air.
You could throw a football 60 yards.
You
No
don't need
way.
to do that, dude. You want to impress them that you're a game manager. Short
I
check
don't-
downs.
It's a
10
short
yards.
field. The whole field's like 60 yards.
I've been called a
Yeah.
system quarterback.
Yeah.
You know, like a Brock Purdy.
Okay.
You know, Jimmy G.
I think every route that somebody runs, you just take off running instead. Like option. Dual threat,
There's
you're
your
Lamar
dual threat.
Jackson. You're like,
Start deking out nobody.
I didn't see it, coach. I had to go.
Yo, and then
Just- So an
Running in
opening. It's
slow
like-
motion.
It's a one-on-one route.
I remember there was one kid like that in 8th grade gym class who we were playing flag football and he would just always run. He thought he was Michael Vick. He actually was pretty fast.
We had a guy that does DOD.
Yeah, dude.
He's like, either threw it deep to me or
you
ran.
guys run all these routes. I'm gonna throw it to somebody. They just take off.
He's like, Josh, go deep. I'm like, what the fuck? Every
Deep
play.
4 plays in a row. I'm trying to breathe. This is like after like a night of drinking.
Oh, yeah.
Showing up at 8 a.m. It's freezing cold.
I should.
Oh, yeah.
just,
We play Winter League.
The huddle stinks
Oh,
like
my
tequila.
God. Yeah.
I think I just show up with my own play calls that mean nothing.
You have to
Like,
show up
Oh,
with,
yeah,
with the
wristband?
wristlet. Yeah.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
I don't know.
And
if-
I just,
Yeah.
whatever, Sasquatch 42, Topeka, just like random cities and
Yes.
colors, and numbers.
I think you should do it.
Toledo, Ohio.
Toledo.
oh my
42.
God,
Who's the mic? Start
who's
pointing
the
at people.
mic? Oh my God, you have to
Mike,
say all this
your
shit.
name, Mike?
Yo,
Is
we
that
need
Mike?
to do like challenges. Like he needs to do this, this, and this.
Yeah, point
All
out
within the whole-
coverages,
Yeah,
like
you
the
gotta
whole-
be in his ear
like
like
nobody-
Yeah. Oh yeah, wow.
Practical Jokers.
Red
Yeah.
7. Red 7.
Can I wear a GoPro?
Omaha.
I don't
Show
want
up with a mouth guard.
That probably won't work.
It's a slippery slope though, because there will be people there who are, actually.
Taking it serious.
Yes.
100%. So you
And
can't make a mockery of it.
This is 100% making a mockery.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
dude.
just by being there. Yeah. Like it's
Even
Yeah.
talking about it.
trying out is making mockery of it. Yeah.
God.
Can't overdo it though.
You can't overdo it. They'll probably kick you out.
Yeah. The big what the fuck. Give us the ball back. You just take.
No,
the
I
ball
think
away.
I think you might drop it by doing a deke, doing a cut, and then pretending like you blew your knee out.
Let's not do
and
that.
then just run off.
Let's not pretend that.
No.
Oh, why would I do that?
Take a knee
Like-
on one of the plays.
40, be careful.
Yeah.
Be very careful on the 40. Maybe like a swift jog like you did.
He's pulling
Yeah.
a hammy is happening.
You said there was no
Oh,
running.
Jesus.
It's
No, there's
I
a
gotta run
40.
40.
You gotta
Is there
run
like
the
a
40.
vertical
Probably
Oh.
not.
I hope not.
cone drill?
Probably not. It'll
No?
probably be the shuttle.
Okay.
What is it? 10 yards, 20 yard, 10-yard shuttle. Run 5, then touch the line, run back, then run back to the middle. So
What do you think I'm going to run the 40 in? I'm curious. I'm curious.
That's
what
we
your-
should all do that.
what your
Yeah.
thoughts
6
are.
seconds.
I
6
am
seconds.
not doing that.
Oh my god.
I think that's maybe even being generous.
need a car on the 40.
I would be surprised if I break 6 seconds.
6. That's a fair number to start with.
I just want to see how fast I can run it.
You think you could break 6 seconds?
I'd be
Yeah, you
surprised.
do. You're
I'd be
pretty
surprised,
tall.
actually. I don't know if I will.
You are tall. I mean,
I haven't sprinted since.
Yeah, 6 seconds is a big ask if you haven't ran.
it's all about the start too.
The last time you sprinted was in the Rock Hill golf outing when you thought we hold it in.
How did I look?
Not great.
'Cause that's
But-
like all the gears
How
I
did I
had.
look?
You did run pretty far though.
Is there any?
He's
We were
more
probably
of an
like
endurance guy.
130 out.
Yeah.
I was tired.
I'm sure that's more than a football field.
Was it slow?
It was not fast.
Well, neither was Tom Brady.
It's true. You don't have to be fast to be a quarterback.
No, not at all.
Neither was Ben Roethlisberger.
It's not part of it.
They got the job done.
Is there a bench press?
No.
No,
what-
it's not
dude,
like that kind of
This is
combine.
not the NFL.
Well, I mean,
Dude,
I
it's
don't-
going to be the 40, the shuttle, and like positional drills. That's it.
See,
Is anybody from this tryout going to actually make the team?
I don't know. Well, probably not.
Is
I
there a
saw-
kicking
I saw
drill?
the video
A
of like the
kicking
last
tryout?
tryout. It didn't look like there was any studs there.
Oh, that makes me feel a little
So,
better.
yeah,
yeah, you got to show him the video,
I definitely put it in the group me.
dude. You think he's
I
confident
don't
now? He's
remember
gonna,
seeing
he's gonna be like, oh, I'm definitely making the team.
My-
after that video.
So I ended up playing flag football 2 years ago, I think, maybe a year and a half ago, something like that. And I found like this random team, and every kid was young, like super young, like 21 years old. I felt like an old fuck. And that guy from the news
Yeah,
video was on the team, and he was 44 or 43,
and he was good, right?
I guess. He played center on a 5-man team. So like, I don't know. The team was atrocious. We were not good. I think we
Worse
won.
than No Muff Too Tough?
It was comparable.
Yeah.
Yeah, we won like one game maybe.
Wow.
Yeah, our flag football team back then. No muff too tough, not
No
great.
Muff Too Tough.
There was a lot. We beat the
We
Transformers.
won. We won like one game. And we're like, we're gonna smoke everybody.
Yeah, first
And then
game
we got.
we played like the
beat
worst
up.
team in the league.
Not realizing they were the worst team in the league.
Yeah, we had no idea.
I mean, we kind of had a idea because their name was the Transformers.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
Just their, how they showed up.
Yeah.
What are these guys doing?
but it should be interesting
oh my god.
Are we going to play golf after on Saturday?
if I'm allowed to.
Mm.
Because it's supposed to be a very nice day.
Saturday
know.
is supposed to be a nice day.
Well, if you guys didn't drop the ball, I brought it up to play in the morning. But those tee times you got to book a week in advance.
And don't we have the tryout?
I know.
Now
Well, I
you
almost
have
forgot
more,
about
You have
it.
more important stuff now.
Now we do.
That's
Priorities.
far more pressing. That only comes up once. Play golf anyway.
All right. We'll say the tryout 6 hours.
What? 6 hours?
Dude, if you fucking scream again,
Well, don't
Oh my god.
alert me like that.
did you hear what I said?
That's
I
your
said,
reaction?
We'll say the tryout 6 hours.
I was
It's really 2 hours. Then we go play golf for 4.
Oh, okay. That sounds.
Apologize.
How are we gonna finish? Wait, I thought it was. Gonna,
Oh my
Well,
god.
How long is a golf
Dude.
round? 4 hours, I said.
yeah.
Apologize, Rip. Right
I'm
now.
sorry. Well, you shouldn't.
You should listen.
Don't startle him like
Don't
that.
startle me. Yeah. Don't say stuff like
He's
that.
like, I gotta run up and down the field for 6
Startled.
hours.
You're
What?
about to see startled on Saturday.
I got fucking baby upstairs.
I'm
Up
sorry.
here screaming.
Okay, so is he screaming for real?
You're screaming.
All right, sorry. So
We got to wrap this up soon.
all right, we're
Yeah.
gonna right now, but I just want to. 9 o'clock is the
Tryout.
6 hours.
8:30 registration.
Okay. And then that'll probably go till 11. I'm saying, should we book a tea time for after?
I got to figure out what's going on.
All right, me too, because I don't know.
Yeah, this is going to be a long day. I don't know if I can just leave for 6 hours.
All right, whatever. We'll play by ear.
We'll figure it out. Anything else?
That's it. That's all I got.
I think that covers it
I think we did cover it.
quite a bit.
All right. Follow the Instagram. Follow YouTube. Subscribe to the YouTube. Follow TikTok. Till next time. Carry on.